We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday. Does it feel like a Saturday? I don't know.
I don't know.
They're all kind of feeling the same right now. Every day. Yesterday, I did not realize it was Friday. I kept thinking that it was Wednesday or Thursday. Not sure why, but I was really happy to find out that it was Friday. Oh, because I was looking forward to Saturday. Let's see here. Margie may not be here, huh? Hey, Sylvia. Hello, hello. First one in. Jello, Jello. Yeah, Margie's not here. Hello, Sandy. It's so good to see you. Sorry about the rain delay, but hope it goes on long enough that you can hang out with us for a while.
Oh, she just showed up.
Yay, who? Glennis. Margie? Glennis is here.
Oh, Glennis just showed up.
Yay, Glennis. She sent out a notification and then went back to bed.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, Margie's here. Whoop, whoop. She's barely awake. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's here, ready to craft. Good to see you. Ave Don Marie. Ave Maria Dawn.
Yeah.
I should never have said that, huh? That's a good one, though. It works. It's a good one because she's an angel, huh?
I know a lot of people who would beg to differ on that one.
No, that wasn't sarcasm at all. Oh, how is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We want to say welcome back to all our returning subscribers and all our regular Happy Paper people, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here. But we also like to say welcome to all of our new subscribers. We've got new subscribers, and we are at this recording 59 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Hey, hey, Christy. Christy's here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, Sarah got her package. She loves the ephemera booklet and the Stemperia horse paper. Oh, yeah. Oh, that ephemera book is awesome. Hold that. It checks Fearless Leader. Where is Candylicious? She's right
here. I'm right here. I'm trying to be quiet.
She's just quietly creating.
When she's talking. You know how she likes to run her mouth when she first gets on.
I do. I like to say hello to everybody and welcome, welcome. And, you know, if you're watching the replay, I should say this at the very beginning. If you're watching on replay and you want to skip all the introductions, just go to about the 2-minute mark. That's typically about where we get started after we've said hello to everybody. But we will keep saying hello as long as people keep coming in. Okay, her world is right. She heard Candylicious' voice. Is that your stage name, Candy?
Yeah, sure.
It used to be just Candy, but you know that wasn't enough. So now Candylicious. She took it up a notch for her stage performance. Yeah, Candy quiet, God forbid, Margie says.
Margie, we don't need any comments from the peanut gallery.
So if I were to just be quiet, does that mean Candylicious and Ave Maria Dawn would just start talking?
Yeah, sure. It'd be a very boring live.
Sylvia, I might try it. What is it that Candy does on stage? I need to know this, Christy says.
Don't want to know. It'd give you nightmares.
Christy, that's a discussion for retreat, not for a live, which is a family show. Yes, she does quite a performance. Oh, yep. There's a little bit
Comedic stripper, Margie. Get it right.
A what?
Comedic stripper.
She is a great dancer. Actually, Candy's a really good dancer. Oh, so how's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing well. We're going to make something super cute and super easy, and it's a great way to use up a bunch of scraps. And it's also a great way to use up a bunch of cardstock that maybe you don't like so much or don't care so much about, and you haven't used it because you don't like it and you want to use it, get rid of it. Okay. Oops, I just dropped my alternate spine on the floor. There we go.
Okay. Can you tell people no? Oh, I'm sorry. You meant a book spine.
Oh, my alternate spine.
It says no to people.
She rips paper on stage. Margie left it two out. Yeah, that's because that's all she's wearing is paper, and she rips paper all right. Uh-oh, Glynis is vouching for your dancing. I will vouch for it too, but I will never show the video that I have. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to make today. We're going to make some cute little booklets. Look, Margie, Cuppy's singing. That doesn't really look like Cuppy. It's kind of orange, kind of light reddish orange.
It's hard to find one with a Cuppy. I've been trying.
They're just cute little booklets that can be stuck inside of another journal. You know, you always want to fill a pocket, and sometimes you have lots of decorations and you want extra spaces to journal. These are perfect little booklets for that. So there's plenty of journal space, but there's not a ton of pages because it's not a whole journal in its own. I know, isn't that cute, little kitty? And just that mouth made me think it was singing. So sing, sing. Or Sylvia, we could do it with an owl. I thought you'd like the owl better than the kitty cat. So if you have index cards, they will work. This is inspired by an idea that Margie actually sent from something she saw on the internet. And we're gonna take it just a little bit different, you know, as we always do, put our own spin on things. And hang on a second. Get that so it won't keep knocking. Here's a little teeny tiny one. Okay, there you go, Margie. The hairless cat. Oh, Christy, if you have any electronic pictures of a sloth, send them to me so I can print them out and I'll do one. Please tell me it's stapled. It is stapled, Sylvia. It is totally stapled. Totally stapled. Yes, yes, yes. So this is super easy. Can use up a bunch of scraps and a bunch of little embellishments that are sitting around. If you've got flowers or butterflies or kitty cats, tiny and kitty, I know. Aren't they adorable and just great to just stick right into books? Now, you do not have to sew them. I'll show you with and without sewing. Super easy to do. So there's our three prototypes. And just to keep them from flying all over the place in my way, you could put a closure on them. I don't think I will. Or maybe I'll put a teeny tiny one of these clips on. Teeny tiny clip when I stick it in the book. It depends. Oh, yeah. Depends on where it's being stuck. Mm-hmm. You know? All right. So if you have index cards, you could use that. I took all my index cards out of the piece of furniture they were stored in and took that piece of furniture out of the studio. I don't remember where I put them. Probably in a box where I put all the stuff that I took out of that. So I just took some cardstock and cut cardstock. These are 4x6 cardstock cut. And then these were smaller. These are kind of leftover pieces. Some of them I did with a straight stitch. Some of them I did with a zigzag stitch. But that's all that is cardstock and paper on it. So we're going to start with this to show you easy, super simple, easy way to do this. We like easy, especially on a Saturday, and especially easy that allows us to use up some scraps, right? So I'm going to use these cards. I just won't ever use these cards. I really like this side of the card, but I really don't like the other side of the card. There's nothing I would do where I would just use these like scrapbooking or something. So I'm going to make this card side of the card, the inside, of the cover, and I'm going to cover this side with the paper. I keep hearing something knocking over here. Let's see what it is. Okay.
Knock, but you can't come in.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Okay, so I'd already used part of this page of music paper. I like this side because it has lots and lots of notes, more than that side. So I'll use that side. And I'm going to get several ready to go. Let's see. If I do it this way, it's going to fold that way. If I want the music to go up and down, I just need to put it that way. I'll do that. Okay, so it'll go that way. And then I'm going to find a book page. There's a book page. That should be big enough. Almost, not quite. I'll use a smaller one, some offcuts. I'll do with that. Let me find a book page that's big enough. Feels like more than one. It is. Okay. So that'll work right there. Okay. And then I also pulled out some of this graph paper. It's kind of ledger paper, accounting paper. And I pulled out some Braille paper because I had some scraps of that. And I don't know if you could tell that the little teeny tiny one was Braille paper. The hairless cat is on Braille paper. He's a brave guy. So we can use those as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take the card and like this side better. It's a little more aged. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the side of the card. Yeah, covered that married word. Sylvia, that's what I was thinking. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Who has paper clips? Clips work. Oh, yeah. Who has paper clips? I don't know. Margie, do you have any paper clips?
We all should have a whole bunch of paper clips.
We don't have paper clips and happy paper people. All right. So I am going to just glue this guy up. Not worried about complete coverage there because I'm going to sew around it. But if you don't sew around it, if any edges, is that the side I wanted? If any edges start coming up, you can just glue them down. No big deal. And I kind of use the row on the back here to line it up just because my brain does wacko things if I do this and then the lines are going like that because I put it on crooked. And I don't want to send my brain into a crazy spin. All right, I got to see what's knocking. Is that it? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I think that was it. Metal against metal, and it was bugging me, so it has to be coming across the mic. Could we actually, yes, you can actually use Project Life cards. I think that's what Candy's using, and after I finish these, that will be my next stash grab is Project Life cards. So this will be perfect. Let's get I have a lot of Project Life cards that are not, buy a pack because the theme is great and it's got a lot in that you really love, but there's always a bunch in there that are just not your style. And these are the kinds of things that we do with those to cover them up. Okay, so I want lots of notes. There we go. Okay. And, it doesn't have to be straight unless it bugs you. It's only my brain. Let's put one on this paper. It's easier to do multiples at the same time, I think, than to just do one. Because, once you're going on them, it's easier to do one stage on 4 than it is to go through the whole thing of one. It's faster, I think. Once I got the glue open, let me glue 4 or 5. All right, let's see. I think I want it just below that line. There we go. That'll work. Okay, and we'll do one more on the Braille paper. Let's see, where did my cards go? They're over here. So now we got 2 of each. Okay. What are Project Life cards? Project Life is it is a scrapbooking style, a way of scrapbooking that Becky Higgins developed a bunch of years ago. It's been a long time. In fact, they've phased Project Life out, but basically they're cards of different sizes, excuse me, that you could slide into plastic pockets. So if you want, like, it made scrapbooking really easy because you could slide these pockets, slide the cards into pockets, and you can slide photos into pockets. And some of the cards said things on them that, you know, were applicable to the photos. Other cards left room for you to journal on or write notes about the photos that are in there, things like that. So it was another style of scrapbooking, but they have phased that out. She actually has an app where you can kind of do it right online, which is really cool, and then print the pages if you want to. But a lot of us have a bunch of Project Life cards, and I never did scrapbook that way. I've never been a scrapbooker. I hate to admit that, but I wanted to be. I just couldn't. Junk journals are so much easier because there's no worry about perfection. They're junky, right?
That's right.
So, but yeah, I've got a ton of Project Life cards because their size is good. And a lot of times they have great sayings or pictures on them that we like to use in other things. So I've got a bunch of them too. We've done some other things where we altered Project Life cards, but any size. In fact, I didn't even measure these. These are actually 4x6. So this would be the same size if you had a 4x6 index card. This one is like a 3x5 index card, and they're not index cards. It's just cardstock, but I measured them and cut the cardstock specifically 4x6 and 3x5 so that you could see if you have index cards, what they would look like. And then as I take the offcuts, I'm like, oh, well, that's a cute little size. I'll use that one, you know, and you could make them larger if you wanted. Maybe one thing you could do is make this large enough to be, to fit on the page of a journal, and you could glue the back on. And so the booklet flips open. It could be written in, but it doesn't have to come out. So if you've got one more page to decorate and you just can't figure out what to do on that one page, you could make one of these and take up the whole page and put tons of journaling space in there. Okay, so I am just cutting off the excess paper. And so far, I've got 2 covers right there. I'm going to keep these scraps for the moment because we do need some of them. Let's get our accounting paper. And I like to use cardstock because, like, this accounting paper is pretty thin. If I just put even 2 sheets of that together, put that on copy paper or something, I think it's just going to be too thin and fragile for a cover, at least for me to handle it. It'll tear super easily. So cardstock gives you a nice cover weight. Lazy crafter. I know I'm a lazy crafter, Margie, but what was that about? Because we want to staple it And I just like the project life cards for small projects. Yeah, haven't started, but would have 12, but cut some paper wrong. Oh, Margie's already started this project. Have 12 of them cut. Wow. I do like this Braille paper. It doesn't really matter what direction you go because I can't read Braille anyway. So I can't tell if the lines are going up and down or sideways or diagonally. Sylvia, that's OAW. Let's not get too mean. That's funny. All right, so I'm gonna sew these, at least a couple of them. But you don't have to sew them. Before I do anything to them, in that sense, I am going to round the corners though, because I don't want to sew and get close to the corner and then come back to round it and cut some of my stitching off. And you do not have to round the corners. If you prefer a little booklet that has straight corners, then by all means, don't round them. Like the rounded. Candy, did you see Sylvia's comment?
Yeah. We all think OABs, but we say OAW.
We say OAW and think OAB. Well, it could be witches, not wenches, because
Yeah.
I like what you put in there. That, yeah, I'm a witch. Woman in total control of herself.
Good song.
You use your acronym. Candy and I know ours. That's funny. That's funny, Sylvia. Okay, so this is the outside of the cover of each of those. Okay, so I'm going to do the stitching around it first, and I will take this one and not do stitching around it for now, but if you don't have a sewing machine or you don't like to sew, there are other ways to get the look of stitching. In fact, I'm going to keep this one out and we'll just do it with a pen. And that's assuming that Marianne can find a pen really quickly. Okay, so as I look at this, when I fold it, I'm going to be folding it like this. So data's at the top. Okay, so these pages are super old. When I fold that, it cracks. I don't really care because that's going to be covered. But I like to look at where the bend is, where the spine is going to be. That's where I start sewing so that when I come back around, I can double over right there. Not tiny knots, and it's not going to come undone. And so she's probably noisy. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, think. Especially because it's right on my table. Oops. She can't talk and sew at the same time. Okay, so when I come back around, all I do is go over the spot I started and then back stitch a little bit, and so it's doubled over. That's why it looks darker right there. But then I know that the spine part, I could have gone a little farther right there. Spine part will be covered, so that will be covered. Okay, and did a little whoop-dee over here, coming around that corner a little fast. All right, so let me get...
The sewing police are going to get her for that.
Yeah, that's why we like junk journals, right? Junk sewing. Love junk sewing.
So I am not, this is Dawn Marianne. I am not a sewer. I like to do my stitches with pens. So
And you can hand
it's-
stitch them or do them by pens.
right. So if
Are
anybody
you?
wants to see that,
Yeah, I was just going to say, are you at that stage right now?
I'm almost there.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do the last one. Yeah, this is the top. Yep.
I actually went past it, but I didn't do it yet. I always do my penning at the very end rather than. How many pages do you do of these? I just put 2 pages in. I guess it's however many pages you want. There's no set. You can only put in 4 pages. Do whatever you want.
There's no set. I think let's see what I put in. And I don't think I'd do many thicker than these, but this one has 6 folded in half, so there's 12. This one has 6 folded in half, so there's 12. So I guess they're all the same. Yeah, I don't think I would do many thicker than that. So 2 to 6, maybe 4 or 5, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, so yeah, I did a little wonky wonk on that one too. That's okay. Oh, that stitching kind of looks cool on the black. Okay, so I've got this one, and I did not stitch this last one. Now, if you're doing it by pen, you can do it anytime you want. You can wait till the very end, or you can do it earlier in the process. Let's see if this pen, let's see if one of these writes. On and out, but okay. So you could do it a couple of different ways. And if I do it now, then I know it's going to go underneath where I put the spine, which may look a little more natural because one of them might be half covered. So you can either do stitches like this, and you can do them as long or as short as you want. Maybe you want little teeny tiny ones like this. So you can do a straight stitch. I straight stitched on those, or you could do a zigzag. And just draw it like that. So I straight stitched on the ones that I just did, but the batch that I already have sewn, some of them, some of the little ones anyway, are zigzag. So you can see what that looks like. And decide if you want to do zigzag or straight stitch. Because this is accounting paper and accountants are very straight, I will do straight stitch on this one.
Oh, there you go.
How's that for
stay with the theme?
That's right. So all I'm going to do is draw those all the way around. And again, you can make those stitches as big or as little as you want. I'm doing them kind of medium size because I don't want it to take forever. But just like real stitches, doesn't even matter if they're straight. Handmade shouldn't be perfect, right? I know we try to make things perfect, but sometimes it's nice to have something that's not perfect just to remind us that it's handmade with love and the effort that went into it. So who's making these with us today? Sarah, you making them? Sylvia? No sewing required? No gluing? Well, yeah, you have to glue that first page down. No binding of the signatures. It really is an easy one. So the longest thing is this, writing these stitches around. So if you do put it in the sewing machine, or maybe you decide you don't want stitches at all, sewn or written. You don't have to have stitches. Trust me on that. You don't. Sandy's making them. Glynis is making them. Awesome. Put tabs on the edge. Yes. And actually, did I leave them here? I came across a whole pack of mini file folder dividers that have tabs on them, and the letters of the alphabet, and they're about this big, and they have tabs. The tabs, of course, go different. And I was going to pull those out, put them together as binding that way, and let that be. Okay, so there, the handwritten stitches are neater than the sewing stitches, for sure. Okay, so we've got a bunch of covers here. Let's look at how we're going to put our pages in. Get those back out of the way. We'll do a large one. Well, we'll do them all kind of at the same time, honestly, but that's the outside, that's the outside. And one of these little guys. Okay. So you can use whatever you want for your paper inside. And let's see, these are some scraps or offcuts of coffee dyed paper. If they were torn down a little bit, they could fit in there. Do I have any more? Or just those couple? All right, so I will wait until I get some more for that. So I will grab a piece of coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to start with just folding it in half. And I'm only going to tear. I am not going to grab a paper cutter, paper trimmer. Again, the easy way. You could sit down with scraps and make this. If you tear, you typically want to fold it both directions to make sure you've got a good crease. And then coffee dyed paper will tear pretty nicely. Okay, here we go. Now, let me put that here. Yeah, that's just about right. If that's folded in half, that's just going to be about the right size. So if I fold it in half, it's just a little too tall. If I cut off maybe that much, that's just about right. Okay, and I'm going to do them together. Again, no real measurement. They're just going to fit nicely because you can see that they fit nicely. I'm just going to fold that section back because that's the section I want off. I could cut it or I could tear it. Because I'm tearing, I'm just going to tear. I'm going to start with the littlest section, getting that one off. Okay, Sylvia's getting on the road, heading home. Be safe, Sylvia. We'll see you soon. I'm sure you'll be home before we're done. Snitches get stitches.
You know, I was thinking that, and I wasn't going to say it.
That's what they say at retreat, because what happens at retreat stays at retreat. Somebody starts talking and they say snitches get stitches. That's funny. Okay, those didn't fold too perfectly there. That's okay. Trim some of the pages with a paper edger, die, or scissors. I could do it. I could even pull out my deckled paper trimmer. That would work. Okay, so this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, I got 4 pages and a little bit of coffee dyed trim. That's really awesome because it's the edge. So I'll use that to put words on or something. But those 4 pieces should fit in here nicely. They will, and I can round them. And now I just need to know, do I want more in there or not? Probably not. That's sufficient. 4 is good. That's 8 pages front and back to be able to journal on. So that's cool. So I'll just round these corners. Kind of, sort of. Okay. And these little books are just so cute that there's just so many things you could do to them. We're just doing some basic ones, but really you can alter them, do them any way you want. All right, so I need to fold this in half and see where my center point is. You could score it if you want, but it's a nice cardstock card, so it's not going to fold until I actually crease it. So there we go. There's our half point. So there's our front cover. Hey, Edna. Okay. And so if I fold these guys in half, these are our pages for the inside.
Wait a minute.
I suppose it's a signature, but just thinking of it as a little booklet for some extra journaling space in a journal and using up the leftovers. So there we go. That'll fit right there. So I can just hold that right in place if it's right where I want it, and then grab a ruler, but a stapler would probably be easier. And let's see, it's easier for me to see on that side. That staple is on the spine. Oops, I got a little far over to the left. It's okay. It'll get covered. Let's see, then I'll try to stay consistent. A little far the other side. Okay, so they're stapled in. All right, let's do the others at the same time. Got some more. I got three more pieces of coffee dyed paper right here. I also have a couple of other scrap sheets that we could use. This is a good place to use paper that has been used for overspraying, or the bottom of the splat box, or just picking up that very last bit of paint on your gel plate. So there really isn't a ton of gel plating on it, just little remnants here and there. So you can still write on the paper. Those are always good papers to use for these. I do have a whole little pouch of those, but I have to go get them. These were right on my desk. I'm trying to use up things that are on my desk. The owl was on my desk. The cat, well, I put the cat on my desk the other day, so it was on my desk. Purposely, Margie. She said, we can make these. They're cool, but don't make them unless you use cats. Didn't you? She threatened me within an inch of my life that we must use cats on the front of these instead of flowers. You could put a little flower, a big flower, any kind of flower you want. Tiny rules. I agree. Tiny is fun. Tiny rules. We don't need any tiny rules. She did. She's so mean. Dawn Marie's been getting thunderstorms all day, this morning. Anybody else getting that kind of fun in your world?
Yeah, in fact, my husband, I had muted off because he came up. They decided not to go to that event today. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, because it's thunderstorming for the rest of the day on and off.
So
And
lightning
don't-
hits the overhead.
yeah, and they'd have to go through the mud to get there because it's called Farm Janet. It's literally in the middle of a
in the middle
field.
of somebody's acres.
Yeah,
So they do like country jam and farm jam and
so they decided not to do it because, I mean, equipment for band is expensive. So
don't want to get it wet and and
drop it in the mud and so
what happens if they just don't show up and they were supposed to play?
Well, they did contact the people.
Okay.
They said that something came up and they just couldn't get there. They should not, they should understand.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. It's not an ideal place.
starting anyway, or rain delay in the middle of it if it's when it starts.
Well, and yeah,
thunder
and
lightning, because nobody wants to be holding metal instruments when it starts lightning.
right, exactly. And the people, they start camping out there like Friday morning, and I'm
Right?
sure that they're all soaking wet too.
Oh yeah.
And I can understand. I don't like the feel of that, so
Yeah. Well, not
I
if you're
wasn't
out
going.
there all day. Yeah. Christy wants some of your rain. She
Oh,
needs
I
it.
wish I could send it to you, Christy.
Oh yeah. That'd be awesome if we could share it where we know it's needed.
Yeah.
Those are perfectly in line.
But
Okay.
I do have news. My husband's band is throwing together an album again, so
Mm.
they will have that out around Christmas time, which might be
That's cool.
fun.
That's cool.
And they actually have somebody doing all their media stuff now, so you can
Ah.
actually they finally have a YouTube page, which
Oh, cool.
I had tried a while ago to get them to do, and
Well,
yeah. So you can look them up. It's Machine Gun, which is one word, Earl.
Earl had to die.
Yeah, I
Let me
know.
think
That's
of that.
when they named it that,
Sorry.
I was like, the first thing I think of is the Dixie Chicks, but not
Yep,
everybody's going to think of that.
that's true, but that's pretty funny. Might be just a little bit too long by the time it bends. I'm going to end up having to tear that just a bit, aren't I? Okay.
Okay, I've got one done.
Sweet. Cool. I like the tickets. It's circus. Did you do draw your stitches around?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
And I put a pocket in the back.
Nice.
So,
And however you want to use these, if you're gonna just add them into a journal, or if they're gonna be stuck in with a bunch of other stuff, or you might want to add pockets and fill pockets, and
you can do a belly band on the inside too.
yeah,
There, I cloth one.
oh, cool. Oh, Christy, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That's adorable. Dang it. Christy, that's so cute. Christy loves sloths. She collects them. She has posted some super cute pictures of sloth things that you need for your house, and your husband's probably rolling his eyes, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to my giant one.
Oh, cool. Hey, Christy, yeah, that was super cute. That was a good one, Candy. Let's see. All right. I think it's going to be just a little too wide. So I'm going to take off just a half an inch. Yeah, you can sit and make these while you're watching TV, because they, don't require a ton of concentration.
Go ahead and say it. They're mindless.
No, they're not quite mindless, but they don't require a ton of concentration. There's certain things I can't do when I'm watching TV, or I'll not be able to follow the show.
Yeah.
I have to focus on what I'm doing. Other things, you just, let me grab the measurement if there is one, and other than that, you just kind of do it. Good to go. So you're going to make one that goes the full page?
Well, I have this funky door that I got out of a design magazine.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
And it sort of looks like a door for a fun house. So
Yeah.
I figured this could go in the journal that I'm doing for retreat, the circus
Carnival.
journal.
Okay.
Yep.
And that could be the door, the opening for this little booklet, or big booklet.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I may end up, of course, I can't do anything the way anybody tells me to do it, but I was thinking of actually like turning over some of the pages maybe, or turning over the ends to make it a little bit smaller and having tuck spots.
Mm.
So I don't know. I have
You-
to.
Yeah,
do
you
my
could
edges.
totally decorate this little booklet like it is a journal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could do whatever you want with it, but you could totally decorate it like a whole journal. I'm not sure I want these yellow pages in that one. I'm put them in this one. This one that cracked already. My old book pages. But that's okay. We're going to cover the spine. Yeah, it's almost hard not to mass make these because it's so much quicker just to do the same step 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some ephemera that you like to have on hand for whatever, because you can grab it and use it in anything. And if you did a variety of these books and a variety of paper, book pages, music pages, I could pretty much go with everything. Oops, I forgot to round the corners. Let me do that. Easier to do it before, but I can do it after. Glennis book pages are so old, I added a layer of glue. And mine are only cracking in the center when I fold it in half. But I'm going to cover the spine, so I'm not going to worry about that. That happened on one of my others too. Okay, that's upside down. It's right side up, and that one's right side up. And let's do a little one here. Actually, let's see. This paper would be just a hair too wide. So let's see how many we can get out of that. It tears. It feels kind of waxy on that side. There we go. So if I was doing a journal or wanted this to be like a journal, when I get a page like this, where this is too long, I could just fold it over and only glue it on the top and the bottom and have a full page side tuck. But I think for now, I'm just going to leave them as booklets. I'll embellish the front. Is anyone still making the covers? It's almost a dig. See, it's so much easier to whip out a whole bunch of them, isn't it? And you know what? If you whip out a bunch of covers and you just have these, that's great, because you could take this and turn it into a tag, punch a hole, decorate it, turn it into a tag at any time, or you could make a quick booklet at any time. Wouldn't hurt to have a whole little box of these things, different sizes. I could totally still make covers, Christy. I enjoyed the covers. All right, let's see if we can get one more out of here. Okay. Could probably put that one. I could put that one in the center. I'm going to leave it out for now. All right, so I'm going to need to, the end of these is straight, not torn, so I can cut the end off and still be good to go. Now, we all know I can't cut straight, but you know, I cannot cut straight with scissors. I can cut straight with a paper trimmer. All right, so I'm rounding the corners.
Yeah, maybe I should have opened this, and it might have been easier for me to do these stamps on it.
Yep, that one's cracking too because it's old. That's okay. It's going to get covered. So there's a lot of different ways that you could cover your spine. You could cover it with washi, glue it down. Remember that washi, by virtue of its name, is not meant to be permanent. It is meant to be a removable tape. So if you want it permanent, I think I am going to put that in there because it needs another page. It's feeling a little bit empty. Okay, and I will try to make it just go right in the middle. Here we go. Yeah, so you can put washi on it. You can put other paper over it. Like I will show you today. That's what I'll do on these. And then I've got some fabric scraps that you could put just a scrap of fabric. I just grabbed like black and white scrap.
And I put tickets over mine.
And yep, tickets. I saw that. That was cute. If you wanted it to match, like you're going to put it in a journal, in a pocket in a journal, and you want it to look like it's purposeful, you could take a piece of paper that you've used in the journal, gel print or alcohol ink or watercolor or bottom of the splat box or anything, and use that piece of paper on the spine, which will just tie it all together. Okay, so here's this one cracking on the spine. All right, so I'll stop with those because I've got 4, so let's move on with those because I just might make some teeny tiny itty bitty ones. Or not even cover the spine, let the staple show. Yeah, you can do that too. You don't have to cover the spine at all, honestly. Okay, I got to make sure I do these right side up just because the inside of that has something that is. Okay, and this one doesn't. Put it that way. All right, so now we'll look at the spines and the covers. And they all go that direction. So I can take the scraps from when we tore or when we cut this spine out. We have this scrap right here. That can be a spine on another one. It's cut on both sides, so I'm just going to leave it cut. If it was too big, I would just tear it down, but I'll just leave it cut. And here's some music paper. Oh, that's got nice, good music. That could go over here. Put it over there. I like to typically put something different than the one that it's made of. So let's see. That's plenty long. And depending how far you want it to wrap around your spine, you can have it just barely go around the spine, or you can have it go like that.
Hi, Sheila. How are you?
Hey, Sheila. Well, we're glad to see you for even a few minutes. Anytime with Sheila is a good time. Okay, so I need one for here.
That posted for a good time call.
That's true. It did, didn't it? Well, but maybe that's true. For a good time, call Sheila. Always ready to have a good time.
75309.
8675309.
Oh, that's bad. Can't remember your own phone number, but you can remember whose?
Jenny.
Jenny. All right. The paper can go either direction you want. It's going to tear better this way. So I'm just going to go like that. There we go. That's a good, plenty good size strip there. And how about a little, there was a little music one, I think, that I could use for that. Oh, there we go. And just use that right there. Yep. Don't need any more than that. All right. So I'm going to just glue those down. And if you want the staples to show, you could do that, staple it in after you put this down, or you could leave off the spine covering completely. I don't really know how far out this one is going. That one's torn. I need to make this one torn too, I think. Very well. But if I need to get more glue under the edge of it, I can. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. As long as the spine's covered, I can cut off the excess. No big deal.
I wish I had some mirror paper to put a funhouse mirror in this.
Oh, yeah.
Is there such thing as mirror paper?
A silver foil paper would be very effective. If you need to leave a space for it, I probably have some. I have to find it, but I probably have some. You could bring it because I know you're bringing it anyway.
Right.
To retreat.
So, yeah, I'll look and see if I have some. I might have some glitter paper.
Oh, silver paper would work.
Holographic paper would work too.
Yeah, holographic paper.
Holographic, yeah.
Yep. I just can't get to it right now.
Yeah.
My glitzy paper is all in one box, all the little things, and it's up on the top shelf, and that would mean I'd have to go downstairs to get my step stool because we used it downstairs for something. So Don Marie's not going all the way downstairs.
So just wait.
So I will wait. Everybody can. I have
everybody was coming.
Orange glitter paper.
Well, that might be pretty in a
it's not going to go on this one.
Or a circus kind of way. Orange is a circus color.
Yep, adhere aluminum foil to the paper is the same effect. So I was thinking that too.
That's a great idea too.
Sheila.
Yes. Thanks, Sheila. She's like
another thing that's downstairs.
Hello, people. We are junk journalers.
I was thinking that too, but that also is downstairs. I should probably keep a little sheet of that up here.
Yeah, Sarah, the spine is if you want to cover the staples, you don't have to do it. And also just to some decoration. And I meant to ink my spines before I put them down and then totally forgot. So they'll get inked after, which means the whole thing's going to get inked. Yeah, you don't have to put a spine on. And I like the contrast of one of the other pages because it just, that's upside down. Not that it should matter, but I can't handle music upside down. My brain's like, I can't play that upside down. All right.
Wouldn't that be a feat?
Yeah. I'll just go back here and trim off excess spine. And if there's some place that I didn't put enough glue, I can do that as well. Super easy. You could write something on that spine if you wanted to, or print a word, or, you know, put a word or a sentiment or something for that would go with your book. If you're adding this to a journal. What, Candy?
You gotta see Sandy's.
Oh. Did you send it or just to you?
You sent it to me, but let me get it.
Well, here, I'm making you solo.
No, well, I gotta share my screen first.
Oh, you opened it there. Okay. Yeah, let's see Sandy's. All right, so here we go. We've got our spine on. That's the bottom. Oh, dang, that's so cute.
Oh.
Yes. She goes, I think that cat is from something I sent her in the mail. Yeah, that's that
Yep,
one.
absolutely it is. That is so
That's
cute.
from the mailing label. She cut it out of the mailing label.
Oh, cool. I keep your mailing labels.
There's her inside.
Oh, cute. Very
Oh,
cute.
I like that.
Yeah, I do keep your mailing labels because I think they're adorable. What's our shit?
I do too.
Wow,
I don't use two of them. I just have the two.
that's cute. That is cute. Okay, so now we're going to look at the outside. So you could take some lace or some trim and glue it along the bottom if you want. Let me do this.
I think.
Yeah, you could take some lace or some trim and you could glue it on the bottom. This does have a little ruffly thing on the bottom. I know you can't see it when it's down here, but that would stick out. Or you could take something and put it down the spine over that if you wanted. You can go over the spine with a piece of fabric and get a good, there you go, have a good frayed edge. And you wouldn't even have to put the paper underneath it if you wanted to do fabric. In fact, I'm trying to get a decent fray on that. The piece was too wide, and so I cut it in half, and it's cut the wrong direction so it wouldn't tear. So I had to cut it, and then it's harder to get fray and make that fray look like this, like it's just been there a while, because all the fray is cut exactly the same. So, but I think I'll do that on this one, or maybe on this one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some fabric on this one. Let's hope that's good enough coverage for where it's going to go. And I'll just go right to the end there, and then I won't have to cut any off. There we go. And I'll just cut off of this end.
Billy, go back.
Okay. So that needs time to dry, but there's a little fabric binding. And then I want to do something to decorate the front. I need to let that fabric dry before pulling it all around. So now glue's coming through. Glue's on my fingers. Now glue's on the fabric. Let's see which direction. That's the top. I wanted that in the front. Oh well, that's okay. I was thinking maybe I would put a little Tim Holtz person on this one and find a good word. Find a good word to describe him.
Word up.
Word up. Oh, these are the medium people. Where are all the rest of the tiny people? The little ones. Yeah, she would be good. Or the little dancer. She'd be good too.
I need to look through mine to look for ones that I can make circus-like. I just haven't gotten to that point yet.
This one would be good. Okay. Oh, there's a dog. Does Tim have a cat in his? Because I always see this dog. Margie, you need to write to him and tell him
I don't remember seeing a cat.
he needs to add a cat to his people because there's always a little dog.
And I see so many of those vintage photos with cats in them. I'm surprised that he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I can send him some of my own. Like, one of my grandmothers has a picture of her with a cat in her lap.
Oh,
so,
wow. That's
yeah.
cool. Those two would look
Great grandmother, excuse me,
on
not
that
my
too.
grandmother.
I think I'm going to try her. I like the dark of her dress with the. That would look good too. Should I go with the black one or the white one? I think the black one. Okay, put those aside for a minute. And then, before I decide where to put her, there's a few words hanging out in this one, I know. Mischief. That could be her word, mischief. Beautiful. Oh, I could put smile because she's not smiling. That would actually be good. Memories. Have faith. Beautiful. Let's see. Lovely. Loverly. Isn't she loverly? Let's see. I think I like smile. Oh, good. Y'all said black. Good. And I think we need to, there we go. It'll fit like that. And then she can be sitting on the smile. That works. If she can't do it, she can sit on it. I'm going to round the ends of these.
Who used to say that? Sit on it. Wasn't that a saying in some?
Yeah, back in our
Spin.
spin.
Wasn't it? Yeah, sit spin. That's what I'm thinking of.
There we go.
Oh, sugar. I didn't mean to do that. Try.
Sugar. Honey. Oh,
I know. We can't say anything on here that somebody doesn't know a song about.
Right. All righty. Perfect. Rounded corners. Perfectly imperfect anyway. Get a little ink on the edges. Okay. We are so excited for retreat. It is coming up quickly.
Yes.
And Jen and Katie are getting ready to leave in 1 week because they're taking a week to drive across the country and stop and see some people and some things on the way, make it a vacation. So excited.
Mm-hmm.
So excited. Can't wait to see everybody who's coming for retreat. And we've got lots of lives planned for retreat. Lots of lives planned. More than we typically do, I think. So I'll just tell you now that they're not going to get their swag bags when they first arrive like they typically do. Everybody's arriving on when? Thursday, right? Everybody's arriving on Thursday. And they're not going to get their bags on Thursday. They're going to have to wait till Friday because we're going to do a Friday night live to do a live box opening of the Happy Paper box. We won't craft with it. We'll just do the box opening. So then we can get swag bags and do a swag bag opening. The swag bags this retreat are not bags at all, but boxes. So they will be swag boxes. So they are going to receive them on Friday night live and open them up with you. So you get to see exactly what is in their swag box. And I'm pretty excited because these ones, they're pretty cool. And there's still 2 more things to arrive this week from 2 different companies that I'm really excited about. All right, so I need to get some glue right here and have enough to go. I'm going to put it directly on the spine.
Oh, good. How's Jen let us know that Caddy is healing well.
Oh, yay. Yeah, she did one. We have 3 cripples coming to retreat. She impaled her foot with a needle and had to have the remnants of the needle, the last piece, surgically removed yesterday because it was down at the bone. And that's crazy that it broke off. down there. So, but we're just glad that she got it out, that it all went well, and she is on the mend. And it's good to see you, Jen. A felting needle. Yes.
Yes, because it has barbs on the end, so that's even worse than a regular needle.
Yes, it is. That's like getting a fishing hook.
Yep.
Ask Doug about that. I've never done it. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. He's not here, so I can laugh. Okay, there we go. Here's our little smile lady. Yeah, no, that's no fun at all. That took an ER visit as well.
And Monday, I will be having my finger reset, so I will probably have some sort of bobble on it to make sure it stays in place on my left hand.
Broke her finger and it's not healing right, so they got to re-break it and reset it. Danger crafting, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they're just made of bare steel, so they break down. Okay, so I obviously don't know what a felting needle is, but I don't have any, so that's probably a good thing. Yeah, you're supposed to push the fishing hook through and cut off the back so you can pull them out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are so deep and headed to the bone and they won't push through.
Yep.
That's what happened. Yeah. It was kind of like Katie's toe, where it was the x-ray showed it down there at the bone and there was no pushing it through. So they had to numb it up and pull it back. Pull it back out the way it went in. That gives me cringe. That makes me cringe. Gives me ucky goosebumps.
Goose pimples.
Bad ones. Yeah. Who couldn't feel numbed up, but it's just awful. Just awful. Okay, so we got her on one. How about some more kitties? I have some more. Where did I put the little kitty cats? They got to be right here. I was cutting them all together. Oh, there they are. Kitty cats, a couple dogs. This looks like Millie, my grand puppy.
It does.
This one's cute. This is super cute. This reminds me of one of those TV shows.
That's a British short hair, isn't it? With the face the way it is, the gray.
I don't. Oh, I'm putting it up in front of my light like that's the camera. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Is that a British short hair?
I think so.
Bye, Sheila. Thanks for stopping by. What a stupid movie. I'm putting it in front of my light over here so you can see it really close. Oh, that's not.
Yep. Glennis approves of my saying it was a British short hair.
Oh, cool. I do not know. I know
Cat
what a
breeds.
calico is. I know what a I know what a calico is.
You don't know your breeds.
I do not.
You know what a Sphinx cat is. Those are the ones that have no hair. So
I do know that. I do know.
So you probably know that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other breed that I really do know. I probably not.
Siamese.
Oh, Siamese. I know a Siamese. Yeah. I knew there was one.
They're called Poopy Vuitton. She's bringing compostable
poop bags on the trip. They're beautiful purple. And Callie Poopy Vuitton. Wow. That's funny.
We'll at least have one so we can at least see it.
That's hilarious. Oh, she'll have to have a whole bunch because
she's got to do it on the way back.
Yep, and then they'll be here a week, and then they're taking a week to drive back. They got a 3-week vacation. How awesome is that? Oh, sounds wonderful.
They're gonna love it. I loved it last year when we did it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Katie will take some pictures along the way that she can paint, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She's not sure yet how awesome they'll be. Like Louis Vuitton, Cali Vuitton. Yep. That's cute. Okay. So, what is this little kitty cat? Should I leave her rimmed in white, or shall I edge her with ink?
You could edge her with a brighter, like a red or something, and it would, or
Ew.
whether you want her to mold in or you want her to stand out. You could do it with a different color too and have her stand out like she's got backlit with light or something.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what the white looked like.
Yeah.
And the bottom, I mean, I just inked the bottom.
You could do an alien abduction one, and the cat's getting abducted.
Now you've lost it. All right.
I was actually thinking about that when I did the donkey and I had the spotlight coming down. I said he could be getting abducted by aliens.
She could fit on that one, or she could go on this one. That's hilarious. You know what? Maybe she needs a little bit of white fabric for her little elegant self.
No, the pink doesn't go.
Let's see here.
Sorry, ladies, my brain is just beyond crazy. This week has been just amazing week.
Amazingly crazy.
Yes. Just
there we go.
One of the weirdest things.
I'm going to give her a little white fabric on her spine. And I don't think I'll put anything behind her, but I need to put something with her. So.
Oh, it could be a male cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't you grow up in a household that all dogs were he's and all cats were she's? That's how my whole household was. It didn't matter what they really were. That's really? What it was. Yeah, it's just because our first ones, Archie was a he, and the cat we had was a she.
Well, I only had one cat, and we called her Pretty Kitty. She was a female. I grew up on a farm or ranch. We had lots of outdoor animals, but we didn't have indoor animals. And we had one cat, Pretty Kitty, and we moved from the big city. It was not a big city, to outside of the city, which was even smaller. And it was about, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles away, less than 10 miles. And we took the cat with us. And then the people who bought the house called up and said, "Your cat's here." She had walked back.
Yep.
So we went and picked her up, and she did it again. After the third time, we said, "She's your cat now," because she obviously wants to live there.
Yep. We actually, with the house we live in now, we acquired a cat with it too. And he actually lived through the woods about 4 miles away. The cat would come back even worse for wear every time.
Oh, wow.
And finally, they didn't come pick up the third time. And I was like, okay, well, I guess he's ours now. He was so good. His name was Junior. He was a young cat, and he wanted to be at this house and not with them.
Yeah.
I don't blame him, but yeah.
Right. What are we going to put with Pretty Kitty here?
Hi, Julie.
Hey, Julie. Let's see. Oh, I could cut out this little rose. That would be pretty.
Oh, that's in the wrong spot.
Some of these fussy cuts. Could give her a book. I put these have been sitting around because I put glossy accents on them, and I just cut them out as I want to use them. So a little rose might be really pretty by her. This is a Minte fussy cut page. I put glossy accents on the light bulbs and the flowers and just the glass part of the camera.
That's not going to work.
Okay.
is the one.
There we go. She can be sitting on those notes with the little rose right there. Does she need a word too?
Let me see. Yeah. Or something tucked behind it, maybe a little piece of lace.
Mischief.
Mischief would be good.
I have mischief right here.
That's my pencil brush. How do I lose that? It's on the floor.
Everything always ends up on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Where it went. Only me. I swear. This was getting.
Is that Glennis? How, I'm guessing. How many is
I don't know. Look.
Glennis, how many have you made? A lot, I'm sure. Give me a second. I'll pull that up. So let's see. Okay. Here's mischief. Okay, there's mischief. I should printed out the word cuppy or cupcake and made a cuppy cake. I made a cuppy book. There we go. As a child, we had to move out of a rented house and didn't have a house to move into straight away. So Auntie took us for a little while. But, can you show us again how you put the books together? Oh, that's okay, Christy. You were just too busy making more covers. Right? Okay. Yeah, I absolutely can. Okay, I'm going to grab a little clip and just, oh, you know what I forgot to do on these? I forgot to ink them. No wonder they look funky. Something seemed off about them and I couldn't figure out what it was. I usually ink them before I even put the papers in, but it's okay. You can put them in, you can ink them after. Because then I'll come along and do the spine where it closes, bends, whatever. I don't have to do the inside of these because it's dark already. So, okay, Christy, let's see. Yeah, she needs ink too. No wonder. Here's one. Here's our Braille one that's ready for pages. So I will take a piece of coffee dyed paper and I just tear it. You could cut it nicely if you want, but find coffee dyed paper tears really nicely. Doesn't leave a bunch of jagged edges. But I would fold it twice to be sure that it does. Hi, Edna. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Okay, so then I'm going to check this to see if this is wide enough to go in the book for paper. And I think it is, because then when it folds, it's going to come out a little bit farther. So it's wide enough, and then I will want to fold it. Again, you could just measure and cut your papers. I'm just hand measuring as I go so that I can just fold the papers. So I fold that one right there, and that means I have this much excess on the page. Just trim that off. Okay, and then I'm going to take the second one and do the same. I can just put it with this one and then fold it with this one. Since this one already has a crease, maybe I can. It's easier when I do them together, but maybe I can still get it to fold with this one and crease. There we go. Okay, and then I'll cut the excess off of that one. Again, you could just measure your book and then cut however many pieces of paper you want that are that size. So I know this fits in nicely like that. So I need to tear these two apart so they'll actually turn as pages. All right, there we go. So there's 4, which gives 8 pages to journal on. I'm going to fold them in half so I know where the spine should be, where they should meet the spine. And I'm going to take this and fold it in half and crease that spine so then I can fit this right into the spine. Only thing I need to adjust is up and down to make sure it's centered or wherever you want it. If you want stitching to show or not show, make sure my pages are together. Okay, so the bend is with the bend. And then I'm just going to hold it at the bend. I didn't round the corners. I'll do that after then. It might be easier to do it before, but it still works after. Then I'm just going to take a stapler. And these are small, so I'm just giving them 2 staples. And I'm going to try to line up that stapler and do 1. It's easier for me to see the little mark that's on the bottom of the stapler than it is to try to guess where the top is, because I can actually see that mark right there. And so I can just put that mark on the spine, and it does a pretty good job of getting the staple right where it needs to go. Okay, so then the staples on the outside. So you could leave it just like this. I don't mind seeing staples. And when you get pamphlets like that, you see the staples. So let me round my corners. Before or after, it'll still work because these are big enough. If they were teeny tiny, that you can't get in there hardly to get the corners rounded. So I would definitely do those before stapling them in. A little bit of excess on that one. Okay, so there's is that what you were looking for, Christy? Is how to just get those pages in there? And then that's where we then put the piece of paper for the spine. And if you want to, you can, in fact, let me find a small one to put on here. Piece of music maybe will work. Okay. How far? That won't wrap too far around the spine. That's okay. I just didn't want a big old blank space. Ooh, is that long enough? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I put the glue on the spine, just trying to guess how far out I need to go with the glue. Because if I put it on here, I might go way over. And then when I cut it, I'm going to get glue all over my scissors. And you know the stuff. So I just put it on here. And if I don't have enough, if I don't go far enough out, then afterwards, when that part isn't laying down nicely, then I can just put add some more glue. Okay, so if I do that, I want to give that a minute to adhere. It always takes, if you a lot of you guys have this Braille paper, you might have noticed it takes an extra couple seconds for your glue to adhere to the Braille paper, and that's because of all the bumps. There's a lot of space and air in there. So trim that one up. Okay, and then what I think I'll do, I wonder if I have some, if it's here. I have some music washi. It might be cool, but I don't know if it's here. There's letters, there's black and white. What have I got up here? Vintage. Oh, the feathers are cool. The gold might look cool. Let's see what else is right here. I try to just keep a few in a jar here instead of keeping, well, there's no way to keep all my washi near the desk. Oh, that's got some music on it. It's kind of gray. It doesn't really have a vintage vibe. Or let's try this gold, I think. Oh, it might be kind of wide. Yeah, that is kind of wide. Let's do one of these. Oh, what I do need, we got a washi, a dark one like this, but when you put it out, you could see the vintage look of it. We got that in the subscription box, and that was really cool. That one would work perfectly, but I don't have it right here. I've got it in my box with all the subscription stuff to use to craft, but I forget to pull it out when we're not doing box opening. I forget to pull it out and use it to just craft all the time. I need to do that. Just get it near me. Okay, so you can cover that with washi. Just put a strip, 2 strips across. That reinforces where the staples are, but also it kind of looks like a binding that's holding it together. That's a cool idea, Margie. You are very welcome, Christy. Okay, so yeah, I didn't ink this one either. So I did the outside, but not the inside. No, I didn't do the outside even. I'm slacking on the inking.
Everything doesn't have to be inked.
Yeah, this is a no ink day.
This is the no ink day. Yeah. Yeah.
It almost was for me.
Yeah.
If I hadn't realized my ink was downstairs in time.
All right. So let's get a little bit on the outside. I like Margie's idea of going over the ink bumps with, or going over the Braille bumps with ink to make them stand out. All right, so that is, there's the front. Let's try that a bit. I'm going to start with the back just so I get a feel for, oh, Margie, you're so smart. That is cool looking. Just very gently going over it. Of course, you're going to get some ink down on the paper, but the dots, the bumps are getting much more than the paper underneath, and they look really cool. See? Yeah, they look very cool. I like that a lot. Great idea. Great idea. Thank you. All right, what are we going to put on the Braille book? What shall we decorate this? Oh, now you could also go to the center here and put a little strip of washi across both of these staples if you want to cover them up, or make it look like that's the other half of the binding inside with that outside binding. And washi's not supposed to stick forever. It is supposed to be repositionable. So if you want it to stick forever, add some glue. Don't get mad that the washi doesn't stick. Just add some glue. It's not supposed to stick. All right. Put it that way. Here we go. Okay, so you can do that in the center. That's kind of cute. So it looks like it's bound that way. All right, let's see who we've got left to put on the front. Oh, there was that picture of all the girls. Where did I set that? That might be a fun one. We've got that one too. And that one. And let's see. Well, the rest of the cats too. Where did I set them? We could put this butterfly. Do you guys know how to make butterflies like this? You can sew down the middle or draw the stitching lines if you want. But it's the butterfly on all four sides. So when you glue that down, you glue the bottom down and it's 3D. You guys know how to make those? Well, that's stupid. It's called tape. It should stick. Except it's called washi tape. And washi means non-stick, non-permanent. Removable, movable, unbelievable, huggable, lovable. All right, I just had them all in my hands. So where did I? Okay, there's the cats. Oh, I could use those too. There's the cats. Oh, there's the girls. Ooh, and they're done in sepia. That might. I need to back them with something so all the bumps just don't come through. But then they're going to cover up all the bumps. I would cut closer around them, but maybe they'd be better on this, huh?
Where'd you get a picture of us?
From last retreat.
Oh, okay.
That picture? That's pretty much what it looked like. All the bloodshot eyes covered with sunglasses.
We had crazy hat day too, and
that was the day at the beach.
Yeah. The beach of Utah.
The beach of the Great Salt Lake.
Yeah.
It is slowly disappearing.
Or it's getting bigger. The beach is getting bigger. The Salt Lake
is getting bigger.
smaller.
The Great Salt Lake is disappearing. So sad. Well, Utah Lake is less than a half an hour down the freeway the other direction.
Oh, okay.
Actually, be even closer from this year's house. And that's a big boating, fishing, family play lake.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I have my dancing bears in the center.
Cute.
And I put their legs on the front and back.
Cute. Okay. There we are. This is this year's retreat, pre-retreat. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep, there we go. All right.
Thank you, Margie.
They could go there. That would be cute. They need a strip of black fabric. Yeah, that's right. And they definitely need a word. Mischief would have been fun there. I do have more mischiefs. Oh, here we go. The time of our lives.
Uh-oh, there's a song.
Yeah.
Time of our life. Just to every open door. And I swear it's the truth.
And I owe it all to you. If I want something to act like a hinge, washi actually works well because it is strong. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, washi's good for that. Just glue it down if you want it to stay in place where you put it forever. I need to empty this thing out. Clipped a lot of corners. All right. So let's round up time of our lives. There we go.
Damn it. Now I have that song in my mouth.
Oh, man. Margie says that's so cute. Yeah.
I know. I said thank you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't.
That's okay.
I didn't hear you read it.
Oh, I didn't read it. I just said thank you.
Earworm, Jen. Jen now has an earworm. Was it that word or was it the song?
The song, I'm sure.
That's fun. They need a good earworm. Oh, boy.
You get good earworms from us. I'll tell you that much. We can always come up with a song that.
There's always a song going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to give the ladies a little bit of black fabric right there. Oh, I need to go in and get Glennis's pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Phone. Here we go. I have a short-term memory, Glennis. Sorry. Oh, dang. That's cute. Look at that. That's really cute.
Oh, that is.
The butterfly. And
I like the scrunchy paper on it.
ooh, I pulled some mushrooms out to do as well. Make a little flub. What's make a little flub? Sarah, no. Oh, they're having the theme song of the good, bad, and ugly in your head.
Yeah.
Dance. Yeah. Now, okay, Jen, I got it. Sandy, do a little dance. Sandy dances good too. All right, this needs a little bit of ink here. Quickly, get these ladies down. All right, we're going to put them right there, and then we're going to put time of our lives, the time of our lives. Oh, maybe I should add that to the retreat journal.
Yeah. I think that should go in the retreat journal.
I didn't know one that we're going to sell. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. There we go.
Make a pocket on your page and stick that in.
I have 3 pockets on my page, but they already got something in them. I guess it could go in one.
Double up. Double up.
Or maybe we could put a pocket on the inside of the cover. So they could always have our picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get this under the fabric without moving it so it stays in the exact same place because it was a good spot.
Okay, I left tissue out here. Where did it go?
All right. Yeah, so we're planning a lot of lives. Let's see. So we're going to do a live box opening of the September Happy Paper box. And then we're not going to craft after that. That box opening usually takes about a half an hour. Right after that, we're going to hand out the swag boxes, and they're going to open them live. So you'll get to see what's in their swag boxes. Excited about that. And then what else? Let's see. We're going to do the traditional save or sabotage. Have to do that. That's always a funny, funny one. And we will do the live fundraiser. We've got something else. Oh. We're gonna do the door prizes differently this year. They're going to be handed out differently. And so we're gonna do that live. Because there might be a little kicking and screaming and fighting.
And we all know you love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we thought you'd like to see it. You're always here in spirit, Margie. Always. Yeah. So, I think that's going to be a fun time handing out. And we're not going to wait until the end to give away door prizes like we have in the past, because there might be things that people want to use throughout the week. And besides that, we want to do it live so that you can laugh at the kicking, screaming, and fighting. They would be kicking each other, screaming at each other, and fighting over. That's funny. No, I think that'll be a fun one. Okay, there we go. We're going to add this to the retreat journal, the time of our lives. Maybe, let's see, how many pages do we have? We got enough pages in here. Everybody could go in and write something on one page.
Oh, that would be good.
Because that's the journal that we're going to auction off at the retreat fundraiser. Maybe we should wait and see who buys it before, and then write, so we can write it to them.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Sarah did 5 mini books. That's awesome. Sarah, do not forget to post them in the group so we can see. All right, what are we going to put on the front cover of the Braille one? I'm really liking that, Margie. That looks very cool. But it does need, maybe, what else do I have here? Could just do something. Let's see. I have this. It takes up a little too much space. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I do have some mushrooms. We could do a couple mushrooms. And Sylvia's back. Glad you made it home, Sylvia. Let's see. I need a little one that can be right in between them. That's too big. Those are cute. Oh, here we go. All right. Maybe this one. And this one. Mommy, baby, and daddy. Mushroom. Toadstool. And then they need words. Then they need a word or words or a phrase or something. Let's see. Or we could just get them a nice long label that could then be written on somebody's name.
Hold on. Everybody listen. Stopped. Abigail was snoring, and it was super loud.
Oh.
But as soon as I took my headphones off, she looked up and stopped.
Oh.
So, but she was just like snoring her little head off.
That's funny. And she's like, thanks. Now I know you make fun of me when I'm
Yeah,
asleep.
thanks for waking me up, Mom.
Thanks for making fun of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I could put that. Or have a book. The ones that I backed for the other project and then didn't end up using them all. Margie once moved into a small apartment, but there wasn't much room, so she moved out. Oh, Margie. There was a mushroom. I'll plant a mushroom for you. Oh, these two guys are cute. They're a little too wide, though.
Oh, yes, I love those two little guys.
Me too. No.
That is from the Stamperia
Vintage Library.
Vintage Library, and it's in the big book. What do they call it?
The collectibles.
Collectibles.
The new Minte is being delivered on Tuesday. If you guys have not seen, it's up on the website. I'm letting people order it because I knew it was coming on Tuesday. But there's a new line called Antique Shop. A new collection. Yeah, I cannot wait to see that. I might just do a live box opening of Minte when it arrives on Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Yeah. How about these little butterflies? They might be cool. And then a word. Or freeze. There we go. Thought I saw one. I did. Let's explore. There we go. That is from a 49 and Market ephemera pack. Let's explore. I swear my dog can hear when I start recording a video. She gets a tad camera shy, stops doing the funny things sometimes. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They see the change in your actions, your movements. You stop. They stop. What's going on? I can never catch the funny things on video. Because they do them and you're like, and it's just spontaneous. Then you're like, okay, I'm ready. Do it again. You know? Nope. Doesn't happen. Okay, so I can put both of these down. Pretty much the same time. Do I need this small one to be up on top? I like the music on top, but it does look a little more balanced. There we go. All right, let's explore. Those are paper butterflies with wood bodies. I do have a little 3D section there, but so that paper should adhere real easily and pretty quickly. Okay, I want to keep that one closed while it dries so it doesn't, whoops, like that. Flip the butterflies off. So you push them down so make sure they get down below the bumps. There's another one of Glennis. Oops, she's using some subscription box items. That's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, Glennis. Those are really nice. And there's a turtle. Shine brightly. Cute. Okay, they should be good to go there. All right, let's explore. Okay. Candy, got some others you've been working on or finished that you want to show?
I just did 3 that I finished. Good sloth.
Let's see. Oh, cute. 2 sloths. Oh, awesome. That lady's pretty too. That one's cool.
So
that
cute.
cover.
Oh, love the cover. Love the cover.
Cover.
Cool.
That's it. Oh, I did this one too.
That's cute.
Oh, I like that one.
Angel.
Fun making tiny covers, isn't it?
Got the cover now.
All right, DM, how about you?
Well, I did this one with the bears.
Cute.
The bears.
Ah,
And
bears.
I did this one, but it's not finished because I know what I'm doing. But this is a big one because I wanted it to be like a fun
The whole
house.
page. Mm.
And then I did the mule and the guy taming it.
Mm-hmm.
And then right now I'm working on this one, which I used 2 of these on the inside
Right.
cover onto this piece of paper, which I already had pre-cut to put into the journal. And then I've decoupaged some of the green and blue stuff on. And right now I'm going to make like a ribbon sash to go across it. So,
cute.
which I'm using this ribbon in the journal. So,
so it'll tie it all in.
it will tie it all in. And all of these papers I've been using in there too. So,
oh, that's cool. So it's going to match not only
it's
in
gonna match,
color
yep.
or theme, but color and paper as well.
Yep.
Cool. And let's see. So these are the ones I finished. I got a couple more that I can finish up here right now, but let's explore. Owl Power.
Cute.
The Time of Our Lives. This one's going to go into the retreat journal. Those of you who don't know, everybody who comes to retreat has made a page to go in the journal, an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded in half. So they've actually decorated 4 sides. So 4 pages. So everybody's decorating 4 pages, and they are going to be bound together at retreat. And that book will be sold at the fundraiser. And there's the cat that I never did get around to inking. I'll have to do that. There's Mischief. And that might be cute inked in different color. There's Sing Sing. I like that one. And there's Little Brave. Aw. And there's Smile. I might put some of these into the fundraiser. So to contribute to HPP. And this one I still need to decorate. I do. I think that would be better on one that doesn't have book page on it. Thanks, Margie. Thanks, Julie. This is a fun one.
They're cute. They're all good.
This
Like DMs too.
Yeah. It's fun making little tiny covers, isn't it? I hear the snoring.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear it.
Because I put my head down by it.
I can hear it. She's not fooling anyone. That's so cute.
She sawing some total wood.
Yeah. All right, stand these up. They can get out of the way because I got one more to decorate. Let's see. What kitty cats do I have left? I put them back there. Must be here. I keep setting them aside and then forgetting where I'm setting them. Maybe this one could be mushrooms because they're little. cats. Yeah, little guys. Little mushrooms.
Little mushrooms in the hillside. Little mushrooms full
There we
of
go.
ticky-tacky little mushrooms.
Full of ticky tacky.
Yeah, it's a song that was the theme song to the mom who ended up being the biggest drug lord, and it was like it was on HBO or Cinemax or Showtime or one of those
Oh.
a long time ago, several years
Oh,
ago.
there was a series, a show that was kind of like the Three Moms. Bad? No.
Yeah, no, but this had shoot, what's her name in it? I can't remember, but that was the theme song, and I absolutely loved the song. I used to watch it really just
to
listen
hear
to
the
the
song.
song. Yeah, it's Little Houses on the Hillside, and it actually used to be a real somebody actually.
Yeah, I recognize
It's for something else too.
from way. I remember it from a kid as a kid.
Yeah.
So I never saw that movie though.
It's a TV show. It was a series.
Show.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like something you would watch.
Well, what was the one with the three moms, and they ended up
oh yes, I remember that one.
Transporting drugs to try to clear a debt or something.
Yes.
Can't I remember? It's been a few years. I don't.
Yes,
remember.
and they became thieves.
Yeah. Yes. And acting like big drug lords to get people to do what they needed. And
no, it wasn't Nurse Jackie, but it was on around the same time as Nurse Jackie.
Okay.
Like I think it was
Nurse Jackie.
That came on, and then Nurse Jackie. I love Nurse Jackie. That was a good one.
Really? I never saw it.
Yeah, I don't. It's not really something that's.
I mean, I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, it's about nurses and getting addicted to drugs.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it's funny too. There were a lot of funny moments in it. They
turn it into comedy.
Yeah, Nurse Jackie was played by the woman that played Tony Soprano's wife.
Yes.
You know, there's certain times of life that are busier than others, and like shows came and go, and I never got to see them. I never saw The Sopranos either.
I didn't. I watched it after the fact.
Me too. I watched it way
after. That is one I would like to binge, so I could see more than one episode at a time.
Yeah, I watched it during COVID, so
I will binge that Sopranos. If anybody was watching Justified, Candy told me there's a new season out. And we binged it. It was a short season though, wasn't it, Candy?
Yeah, it wasn't very big. It wasn't very long, but
short season.
I can't. I hope they have another one because the ending was like.
Me too. They left it perfectly to walk into the next season. And I did look it up, and I think it said something about 2024.
Yeah, we'll see.
Really? That is just entirely too long to wait. I like Justified.
Well, isn't the thing still going on? They're still striking, so they wouldn't really be able to
write and film
anything
and
until
all
then.
Stuff.
Yeah, unless they already have it written. If it's already written, then
I don't know.
They would be able to do it.
It was good. It was a good season though, even though it was short. I did like the way it ended.
Is that Timothy Oliphant?
Yes.
Is that who does it? Yeah, he's patootie.
Yeah, he is.
I love him in that. That's probably my favorite role that he does.
Yeah.
He plays
Hitman too, though.
Yeah, he plays a good cowboy kind of thing.
Cowboy Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays perfect.
Yeah, he does. Like the attitude, the swagger, everything. He's got it nailed. I didn't care for his daughter in this one. I don't know. Just I didn't like her voice. She sounded like she was 7 years old, which bugged me through the whole thing. Like she's a teenager.
Thankfully, she wasn't in it for long.
Yeah. And then she came back at the end.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, she was
like, okay, she's grown up with him.
Yeah.
How could she be so stupid?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm just a couple things.
Well, yeah, stupid, and just the sound of her voice sounded like she was 7 years old. I'm like,
I didn't like his wife's character either.
in this one.
No, this one was fine because she was only at the end, but
Oh yeah, yeah. And then
Yes, Good
original.
Girls Sandy was the one with the girls that ended up
Yeah.
becoming, and they laundered money and made
Yes.
their own money too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Good Girls. That's the one. Thank you, Sandy. That was pretty funny. I watched that.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen The Bear?
No.
what do you mean, The Bear?
It's
The show The Bear.
The show. It's it's supposed to be a comedy drama. Haven't seen any comedy yet. Comedy drama, set in Chicago about a restaurant owner. It's called The Bear.
I was going to say they have a Disney film called The Bear.
Oh,
Seen that?
yeah.
That's what you were talking about.
No.
The cocaine bear? Is that the one you're talking
Oh my God, that one too. That one's funny. I love Charlie on that one. Because he loves to he's got this the dart guns, the Nerf dart guns. Now he don't get the bullets because the dogs chew them up. So he just
Yes.
he just shoots it. So we're watching it, and he's stalking the bear on the TV shooting it. and I was laughing too hard because I couldn't even film it. It's so because the look on his face. He's like super serious.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta kill it.
You get it. Yeah. He's saving you.
It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
And then this week he wanted to watch dinosaurs, so
Aw.
we watched.
Did you watch The Land Before Time?
We watched all the Jurassic Parks. And I'm thinking, oh God, this probably ain't gonna be good. He's probably gonna have nightmares or something because Jurassic Park will eat them. But he loves T-Rex.
Right. Wow.
He kept saying he was the T-Rex,
Oh.
and I kept
Did he
saying,
make his
no,
arms
you're the
little to
T-Rex.
do that? You know, put his arms up by
In his shirt. And
in his shirt, yeah.
In his t-shirt and just let his hands come out.
Oh, it was something else. It was something else. But he
He
got
is-
the gun on those too. He was stalking the
He's
T-Rex.
so darn cute. He gets cuter the older he gets. He's gonna be you're gonna have trouble with him. With the girls.
Jesus.
I think Land Before Time would be a good one, even though that's a cartoon. That would be a good one for him.
Hard to find some of them without paying for it.
Right.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean,
yeah,
you never know if he's going to sit and watch it or not.
Right.
right.
You know?
You don't mind paying for it if he does, but you don't know. So
Yeah,
Christy.
he loves Toothless. I have all those, so he
Bye,
watches
Christy.
those.
Oh,
You know, I have those.
Yeah.
So, you know, he watched those.
I don't think I've seen those.
You've not seen How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Tame Your Dragon. Oh, yeah.
It's cute. I don't watch
Yeah,
Disney films very often
I
anymore.
fell asleep during
They're not
that.
Disney. How to Train Your
I know
Dragon.
I've missed- Yeah.
It's something else. It's not Disney.
Doug really loves that one, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I love that one. The first one is probably the best one, I think.
Yeah.
The other two are not. They're okay, but they're not. I don't know. Oh, the first one was the best one, I thought.
Hmm.
But yeah, he likes those. He likes Toothless.
That's cool. I can see parts of
Like
it.
The Pets, Secret Life of Pets. He watched that.
Oh yeah. I like that. I like Secret Life of Pets.
He likes shoot 'em up movies. He likes. He likes SWAT.
Oh, I love SWAT.
He loved those kind because and especially when they're when they're going through the house and they got their gun up.
Yes, he does that through
He
the house
does.
now.
That's it.
You need to show him Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh my. So does he call, we'll just call him Hondo.
Yeah, he's funny. He'd be like gets it up there and he's like jerking it around like they do around like
Yep, around a corner. Very
yeah,
quick.
it's funny.
See if anybody's there.
It's funny. When
That
he's
is funny.
usually doing it around the couch.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
that would be
hilarious.
so cute to
And then what he
see.
does is he aims at the TV so he can shoot the bad guy.
the bad guy, right? When he's hiding behind the couch so they can't get him first. Oh man.
But it's the expression, and I have to do it and catch him at it. But when you put your phone on, it's like he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's his expression while he's doing it. Because what he does is he got glowers, you know.
Yeah.
And his eyes are like he's rolling his eyes in the back of his head. They're like way up top, you know.
It's like you have to have your phone on and pretend like you're playing a game or something through the whole show. So that when he does it, your phone's already up and he won't notice. All right, there's the little mushrooms.
Oh, that's cute.
Little specimen number. Did they make any more SWAT after COVID?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then.
It's still on, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember how many seasons we had watched, and then everything stopped for COVID. And then I don't know what has picked up and continued, or if they're just
Rodney's been, and I could swear it's still on there.
if they're just, I mean, I see it, but I don't know if it's just replaying of the same.
Oh, I don't know.
Because so like Hawaii 5-0, they just stopped and that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they went over to a different network too.
Ah,
They're on a different network.
so yeah, now I'm gonna have to figure out where we ended, how many seasons we watched, because I love SWAT. That was a good one. Did you watch Southland?
I can't remember if I watched that.
It was before. It was a cop show, South LA.
Oh yes, I did watch that one. For
Southland
a little
before
yeah.
before SWAT.
We watched so many of them, I forget.
I know. Oh, a new one that we loved was Night Agent. Did you ever see that?
No, but I heard it was good.
That's
one that
Night Agent is good.
Oh yeah, that's the one where he's sitting in the White House.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He's the Night Agent. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was good.
That was good. Ooh, I got a little bat. Does she need a little bat around her?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she does. Or sitting on her head, on her hat.
That would be cute.
Is that
like
too much?
bow.
Is that too much sitting on her hat?
Bye, Christy.
No, because
good weekend too.
then you'd only have to put one bat on. If you have them flying around, you can't put
That I
just
need.
one bat
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Speaking of bats, while I was watching my my neighbor's dogs, excuse me.
My dog's neighbors. That was good.
I was walking over between the two houses, and they have the vent for their attic.
Yeah.
And I made a little noise, and all of a sudden, all these bats come rushing out of it, and I was like, ah, because they were swooping down at me and heading into the tree.
Creepy.
So I drew them a picture of the front of their house with bats coming out of it, and I put, you have bats in your belfry.
Funny. Yeah.
And they're like, thanks. Because now they have to have it taken care of.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until the next morning I went out and looked, and there is like guano dripping down the side of their house.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, how could they not have noticed this before?
Right.
It couldn't have just happened when, since they've been gone.
Should I leave it dimensional like that?
They're just like, oh my gosh.
Take the
How
foam
disgusting
sticky
is
off
that?
of it and make it flat.
She's a bat woman. Yes, she is a bat woman.
Should I leave it dimensional? The bat dimensional? It's got a
yes.
foam square behind it.
Yes.
I just need to put some more glue on it so it'll stay. Oh, she didn't get inked either. She should be inked in black. Woman in Black.
It's a good book.
Woman in Black?
Yes, it's a very old book.
Oh, I was just thinking of The Man in Black.
Oh, no, there's an old book called The Woman in Black.
Oh, did not know that. Ew.
It's about a woman in the state of Maine. That's why I know it.
Yeah, that's going to be moving around.
They eat a lot of insects. I agree. And I think they're going to be relocated and not destroyed. I'm pretty sure that they've got somebody to come and relocate them.
Yeah, they do eat a lot of insects and bad bugs that we don't like, but they also carry disease and but they don't generally bother people if people don't bother them.
Right. It's just you don't really want them
No, you don't.
in there in your attic?
No, not really. Okay, let's see here. It's just a little glossy on her hat, so it slides around. I'll get it flat while it dries. Maybe she doesn't even know the bat landed on her hat.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting her picture taken and doesn't know the bat landed on her hat.
We make up stories for our artwork.
Oh my goodness. Pretty sad.
It's fun.
Yeah, we talk to ourselves too.
Yep.
I know you do.
Yes, I do.
When we're setting up and getting ready, you're talking to yourself. I do too. Well, if I'm just alone, just crafting alone.
Yeah.
I myself.
I shoot ideas off myself. So what do you think about?
Well, yeah.
If I put this here.
That's funny. So, okay, that you bring up something that we talked a little bit about. Some of admin, you and Candy actually were the only ones there. Let me throw it out to you guys. One of the things that I really like to do is just sit down and create and play, because it's when you play with stuff that you discover new things, or you figure out how a medium or a media work, and things like that. Sandy cusses at herself a lot. That's funny. Oh, and sometimes it's really nice when we do it. Like sometimes admin gets does a little laugh and craft, and we can talk about stuff and also be creating at the same time, and we can run things off of each other, throw things out at each other, and get ideas, and they kind of build upon each other, and until we create something. Or sometimes it's just sitting quietly and playing with something, and just playing and watching what it does, and continuing to play until we figure it out. So Julie's a silent crafter unless something goes wrong. Yeah, Julie, I'm sure it's not just what do you think Julie says? Shucks. Anyway, we were wondering what?
Bloody hell.
Yeah. That's more British though, but yeah.
Julie's accent makes it sound right.
Yeah.
Even if she's not British. We were wondering because people have said to us before, wish we could just be a fly on the wall and watch when you're crafting, or when you're creating, or just playing and figuring things out, or inventing something new, or whatever it is. And so we were wondering if anybody would want to do that, if we're gonna get online, or even if we weren't going to get online, if say Candy and DM and I, or who else, we could
Sylvia or Glennis or anybody.
Sandy.
We could have special guests.
Yeah, but if we wanted to just take an afternoon and just create and experiment, a lot of experiment, I can't do that very well on a live, because when I'm experimenting and playing to get to know a media or medium or create something new, I have to focus on it. And when we're on a live, I am more focused on you guys because I enjoy the time with you. So I can't do that on a live so well. And that's why I have a hard time creating on lives. But would anybody be interested if we were going to do that and we just went live like this, and we weren't talking, about what we're doing and teaching anything, but we were just experimenting or playing or trying some new things, like we would do if you weren't there, but you get to watch and talk amongst yourself. Maybe one of us, will watch chat and I don't know, ask questions or something, but I don't know if it'll work. I think I would put my computer somewhere else, not on my desk, because I would be too tempted to look at chat. And as soon as I start doing that, I get out of the experiment mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I really get some of the best things when I just am alone and experimenting. So is that something Sandy will watch? Stupid autocorrect kills the moment. Yeah. Is that something you guys would want us to even broadcast live? And Jen, I would love to have you on one day where you're, and maybe it's a Saturday when you have some time, or maybe it's an evening.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't have to stay on the same amount of time, but yeah, watching you through your creative process of something. Does your side of the live retain the chat? What do you mean by retain it? Like to go back and look at it afterwards?
No.
And we can do that in YouTube.
Yeah. StreamYard doesn't keep it though.
Like, yeah, we can go, even after it's over, you can go back into YouTube and you can click on that you want to see the live chat or you don't. The other thing is, if we were doing that and there's, questions, then maybe, and I would try to just get into my zone and where I might talk to myself, which would probably be beneficial because you might hear what I'm doing or what I'm thinking as I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. But if there were questions about something, like I've got some things I want to try with alcohol ink and some different techniques on the gel plate and stuff like that, then maybe somebody could keep them all together. And then at the end, they could, bring out all the questions and we could answer any questions. The reason I ask is that you could go back and review later if someone left comments on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, or there would be a moderator in the background that's sort of writing things down, or even, for instance, if I'm doing something that I actually could lean over and write down the note.
Like if you're working on a journal like that, your circus journal, you don't have to be so focused because you're not going for something new.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I would just not want to look at chat, or I won't be able to get in the zone. And
right.
But yeah, is that even of interest to anybody? If it's not, we won't do it. If it is, we'll try it, see how it goes.
I think we should try it once just to see.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
yeah, we could do that. It'll probably be after retreat then when we do that, because we're getting really, really close and there's still so many things for everybody to do to get ready. So
I want fire.
Fire! This girl is on fire. What do you want fire for?
Well, can you see that I have this little cat jumping through the hoop?
Pull it down. There you go. Yep. Oh,
I
you
want fire coming off the back of the carnival ticket.
Oh, cute.
So it looks like he's
jumping through the fire hoop, the hoop of fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cute. I didn't decorate this. Oh, I did. It's upside down. All right. Hey, Glynis, I think I made more than you did. That's a first. That is definitely a first. And I am going to, what's the word? Revel in it.
Oh.
I'm going to revel in it because I don't know if I've ever made more of anything than Glynis on a live. Or Candy, for that matter.
Only when you cheat.
What? I did not cheat. I made every one of these. So even if I take out, well, let's see. If I take out the 3 that I had made as a prototype, I made 5. Actually, well, completed 5. But I've got a whole bunch more that are sewn and ready to go. Yeah, I think just sitting down one day and sewing a whole mess of these is a good idea because these can be used for multiple things. So having a bunch on hand would be a good idea. I like these though. It's easy to make. It's fun to make the covers too. You kind of get sucked in to just keep making covers.
No paper.
Oh, Margie has the start of 11 on her table.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Glennis did 5. Plus the 3 that I had before, I did 8, but I only did 5 today. Shoot. Glennis did the same amount. I still didn't beat her. Oh, well. Another day. Another day, another dollar.
6 covers.
Oh, wow.
3 complete and 6 covers.
Nice. I'm going to glue some paper onto these just so they can go in with the rest of them because I am not going to use these cards.
We gotta pick guy up, get him Sunday night now. We have him Sunday to Friday now.
Oh, wow. Of this coming week?
Not every week.
Every week. Oh.
September, they get him tested to go into
pre-K.
pre-K.
Okay.
They're not testing him until the 28th
Jeez.
of September, I think it is. I'm like, Jesus.
Wow. So is pre-K every day, Monday through Friday?
I believe so.
And is it all
I don't know.
done?
That's on them. I don't.
Yeah.
Why they got to test them to go in is beyond me.
I know. Isn't pre-K so they can start getting the socialization and hearing and learning so they'll be ready for K?
It's the pre-K for 3-year-olds, so it's 2 years.
Ah.
So, and they want it so you. Mainly, he doesn't talk as well as he should.
Right. Not
He just
his fault. He will come along.
He will come along, but I'm just saying he doesn't talk as well as most kids his age. I will tell you that right now.
Right.
His words are not clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I need to get his hearing checked for one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because his words are not clear, not even close sometimes.
But a lot of that might be the environment, and now that that's changed.
Yeah, and it has, and he's gotten a lot better in the last couple of months. He has,
Right.
but I'm like he needs.
But yeah, hearing should be checked for sure. My
Yeah.
brother was hard of hearing, almost deaf, and they didn't figure it out till he was 5.
I don't think he's deaf because he can hear noises.
No. Yeah.
But I just
But he
think
could have a hearing impediment, and then he doesn't pronounce the words right
yes,
because he doesn't hear them
like
right.
way off. They're like way off.
Right.
sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, that's a definite.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of ear infections, so that's kind of weird. They said his ears were impacted last time he went, so that could have had some issue with it because he said they were severely impacted.
So was his mother in the same condition she is now when she had him?
What do you mean?
Pretty much, you think? Living the same lifestyle.
They talked to him in baby talk. It used to piss me off.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because it make me mad.
My mom had German measles when she was pregnant with my brother.
Yeah.
And that was why for him. But if Charlie's mom was living the same life,
no, she didn't. I mean, no, not really. No.
Okay.
She didn't get bad until after.
Okay.
She got bad when she lost her job.
That's too bad.
Before that, it was just drinking. She didn't do that all the time, but she drank.
Yeah. All right. One more after this one. Well, after this one, I'm going to have to go. Today's Doug's Friday. So as soon as he gets home, we're going out for pho.
Yay.
Yay.
Yum.
Pizza.
Buy some.
That sounds good too. I like pho when it's rainy and cold and thunderstorms. So I'll think about your place, DM, because it's not
Thanks.
any of those things.
Yeah, now
here.
I can't have what I was planning on having because Mark's home for dinner.
Oh, what were
So
you
now I have to
planning?
totally think something
Now you have to
different.
be healthy.
You make what you want. Oh, sorry, you're supposed to be here. I didn't make you.
No, now she has to eat healthy because he's home.
No, actually, I had gotten some. I like fried smelts,
Okay.
which are small fish, which would technically be like having fried sardines or fried anchovies.
Yes.
And I found some, so I was gonna make fried smelts for myself because I know he doesn't like them, and
Oh.
it's sort of like one of those. It was a main dish that
He doesn't like the kitchen smelling like him.
yeah, and it was
Well,
something that my family had a lot
right.
during the spring. So
But you planned on having it, and he
But I
wasn't
planned
going to
on
be
having it.
here. So
Exactly.
you couldn't make it because this was my plan, and you weren't going to be here, and now you are. So sorry,
Yep.
the smell, but make something else after me that overtakes the smell.
yeah,
There you go. Oh man. And you can have that one all by your lonesome, DM.
I know. Well, that's why I got it.
My
when-
mother would share it with you.
Yeah.
She loves to eat sardines out of the can.
Well, this is almost like they use small fish, which is what a smelt is, because you just eat the whole thing. You know, eat the
Yep.
small bones and everything.
everything,
And it was just one of those things that we always had, and it reminds me of home. And
Aw.
I saw some at Lidl's, and I decided, well, I know Mark has this on Saturday. I can eat
I'll
them.
do it then. And he,
Yeah. So
bother him.
he totally
it's-
screwed up my
Yeah.
dinner
Well, so
plan.
it's his fault that he has to smell them now, not yours.
Yeah.
Because you did courteously plan it
Yep.
for a day he wasn't going to be here for dinner.
That's true. That's
Sounds
true.
fishy to me too, Margie. Very, very fishy.
There. I made fire.
Ooh, cool. Good idea. Sardines.
Yes,
with
sardines with tomato flavored
flavor.
sauce.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
it's
Sandy,
a very
right?
Italian dish.
Sandy, let's
would-
just go get ice cream. I'll help
We
you.
would have those with
Don't worry, Sandy. There won't be any of that kind of stuff at
No.
the treat. We'll help you gain the weight back.
Christmas is a very big time of having salted cod with in a tomato base and having it over polenta, at least in my
I
family.
like polenta.
Me too.
Yum.
It's super easy to make. I love making it too. That's another thing I make when Mark's not here because he doesn't technically
like
it,
polenta?
so- No.
No, that's nasty.
It's made
Now-
right, it isn't.
If it's made right, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't have any taste if you don't make it right, so
Yeah.
therefore it tastes gross. But you haven't had mine. I make good polenta.
Mine's a texture. I don't like the texture.
You make good polenta?
So you don't like? I make polenta, yes.
And you make good polenta?
I make very good polenta.
Wow. I might have to try your polenta sometime
Okay.
because I like polenta.
I
What do
have
you
a
put in
great
with it?
chicken dish that you make and have it over
Ooh.
polenta.
What do you put in it?
It's just like tomato sauce
Mhm.
with chicken thighs, and you put it in the crock pot
Mm-hmm.
and just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't put the centers in, and I covered up the places that I was going to have to serve them.
Aw.
That's okay. I'll figure something else out.
Oh.
And you just cook them and stew them all day in the crock pot,
Right.
and then they all break apart. So it's almost like, and then you pour it over the polenta, and you put some cheese on top, and it's just totally
Ooh.
yummy. It was actually the first thing I ever made for Mark.
Provolone, or what kind of cheese do you use?
Oh, sprinkled cheese, which would have been Romano,
Parmesan, Romano.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Real. Yeah, pecorino.
Yeah, all of the Italian
Yeah,
ones.
Romano. Real, not out of the green can.
Right.
Love Parmesan, hate the green can.
Yeah. When you've had the real thing,
well,
it's
that's
like,
true. Growing up, I only had the green can and I loved it.
Mhm.
But then when I had the real thing and real cooking, yeah.
It changes. Yeah.
Polenta is similar to grits.
Yes.
It's got a
Actually,
texture.
it's the same exact thing, except for grits. Polenta's cooked differently than grits is. And polenta, I put milk in mine instead of water, and that makes
There's
it creamier.
The last one she made.
Oh, Sandy, that's pretty.
Oh, I love that one.
Wow, that is so pretty.
Look at her using stencils.
I know. Wow. Sandy. OAW. that is really pretty, Sandy.
Yeah.
Super pretty. Is it a pasta?
What?
Polenta?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. Sometimes you can buy it in the tube, and those are what actually are gross. You
but
have to, or
not,
unless you fry that, it's not good. But the homemade, if
it's
you do it right, is good.
It's a grain.
It's a corn. It's cornmeal mush.
It's like masa. It's like masa.
Yeah, it's masa in Spanish, and it's yellow. It's not the white.
No.
Yeah.
Grits usually
yellow does have a better taste to it than white grits, but it's
yeah.
It's not the
It's the stuff you put in it to make it taste is really what you do. You put
to change it
a lot of butter,
and to change the texture with the things that you add.
You can put pesto in it, and it really tastes good. And
I'm just not big on cornmeal. I don't even like cornmeal tacos.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Corn tacos. Yeah. Huh.
You don't like corn muffins?
No.
Cornbread?
Nope.
No cornbread?
I can't eat it, but it's not my favorite. Cornbread I can eat, but I prefer like the Mexican cornbread that's spicy.
Oh yeah.
But like regular cornbread, I'm not big on it.
There's
I'll eat chili, so it's covered with chili. But
at Costco, we can sometimes get Marie Callender's cornbread mix, and sometimes we can get Famous Dave's cornbread mix.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really good, and we add cans of diced chilies.
Oh, yeah. I like to add, when I make my cornbread or corn muffins or anything, I like to add cream style corn in it.
Yeah, that's what's in the Mexican.
Right.
Yeah. And then it makes it all nice and creamy and yummy.
Margie, you know what masa is that they make tamales out of?
No, it's not even close to the same, Marianne.
No, I know, but the masa that you start with is close to the same.
No, it's not. It's not gritty. Polenta is gritty like grits.
Polenta is gritty like grits, but
masa is
grits
not.
But it's ground corn.
Right. Grits is supposed to be ground less than polenta. Polenta is next, and then masa is the third. So if you start with it's fine. So there's three. Yeah.
Do you think cream of wheat is gritty?
No, not once you soak it.
Once you make it, no.
I don't think it is either, but that was kind of a good description.
Yeah.
Mark, you think cream of wheat only corn based?
Yeah,
but there are cream of wheat is wheat
and the corn does not dissolve.
Right, different consistencies of the grind. But that is a good way to describe it, though. Cream of wheat, but it's corn based.
Yeah,
that's why I was going for the masa. But it's
the closest thing to polenta.
Yeah.
Really.
I remember being somewhere, and it was at a camp as a kid, and they give your food on the tray, and there was this little bowl. I didn't know if it was grits or polenta. And I didn't know. I mean, they didn't say anything. It's just this. It had. I'm sure it was grits, and I also wasn't really familiar with polenta back then, and I was a kid, and I didn't know if it was some funky kind of oatmeal. so I get this little bowl of grits, and I don't know if I'm supposed to put salt on it or sugar in it.
Right.
I don't know how to eat it. If it was grits, I'm thinking if it's grits, I should probably, salt and butter and, but if it's oatmeal, then I'm going to put milk and sugar on it.
Right.
I did not know how to eat it.
Butter and eggs. And
Yeah.
He puts all kinds of crap in his grits.
Yeah.
I had never heard of grits.
But he's done it with different things.
And then I came down to North Carolina to camp.
Polenta mainly. He uses a polenta now instead of the plain grits.
Yeah. And I came down to North Carolina here when I was in high school for a church camp, and they served grits for breakfast, and I kept saying, "Why are you serving polenta for breakfast?" Although I would eat polenta, leftover polenta fried in butter is amazing for breakfast with maple syrup on it. But I was like, why are you serving this?
You put it in the fridge and it's firmed up, cut off slices and fry them up in butter. Yum.
Yeah, well, I make mine thick enough that it firms up from the beginning. It's not. It's creamy, but it's not.
So when you first make it, can you pour it out on the table on a marble slab?
Yes, and you pour it out and you let it set for a minute to cool down because, of course, you don't want to burn your mouth. And then it sets up, and then you slice it into pieces. Yeah.
Or I just grab my fork and dig in.
Yes. Well,
you're making
in Italy, because polenta is a northern dish,
right?
They would just literally slide it onto the table.
Right.
And just
all the way down
pour all kinds of stuff on it, and then you would just eat from where you were.
Yep.
Yep. I did that when I was over in Italy. I was like,
thinking,
I like eating it this way.
Not in one spot, but just pour it down the table like a river.
Yep.
And then all the rest
and the sauce and the
Yep. All right. Now I used all those little cards that were sitting here that I wanted to use up.
Oh, I have tried to make stuff with buckwheat and I did not like it. And I can't imagine that polenta would be buckwheat would be a good substitute for polenta.
What did you say, Candy, about it?
Buckwheat's got a very strong flavor to it.
Yeah.
Right. I tried
buckwheat pancakes.
Buckwheat pancakes.
Yeah.
And it took a long time to get the recipe right because if you use too much,
yeah, it's very strong.
She finally got it right, but I still didn't like them. I didn't like them. Rodney loved them. I did not like them. It's too strong of a flavor for me.
Yeah. I'm not
But I don't like plain wheat flour of any kind anyway. So I don't like plain wheat bread. It has to be honey wheat. It's got to be.
Mm-hmm. I love whole grain pancakes if they're done right.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, IHOP had the best 9-grain pancakes, and then I don't know what they did, but they screwed them up, and they've never been the same. And I haven't been there for years because of that. But they used to have really good ones. Nobody does anymore. You got to make them at home.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes. That sounds good.
I was just thinking that. I haven't had pancakes in a while.
I'm more of a waffle person.
Oh, I like waffles.
I
toast over pancakes.
And I like French toast too.
Oh,
that's
I like them all. That's not good.
Pancake, but it's not. I prefer waffles
But if you had a choice, my sister keeps sourdough going all the time, and she makes amazing sourdough pancakes. I mean, sourdough waffles. Sourdough waffles.
Yummy.
Yeah, real sourdough.
Yeah.
It prepares the waffle better the night before because it has to sit overnight. And
I like the malted. I like the malted flour to use for the waffles.
Yep. Dang it. Now I have to go eat something.
I know. With strawberries and whipped cream.
Yeah, I like oatmeal with brown sugar. And
I like oatmeal.
I put milk in mine. I don't toast in mine. I don't like maple syrup in my stuff. I don't like it in my pan. I don't like it in eggs. I don't like it with my.
No. Not in your eggs, not in your bacon, not in your oatmeal.
Oh, I like it on my
not
bacon.
in my sausage, not on my bacon. If it touches my bacon, I ain't eating it.
Right.
Oh, I love.
Rodney loves maple bacon. He likes maple sausage. He likes maple.
I like those, but I don't like maple syrup.
They'll put eggs and pancakes and maple syrup on and eat it all,
as one big mush. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh God.
No, I can't do that. No, I do not enjoy that. I don't like to put syrup on my pancakes because then they just get soggy. So I put syrup. I put syrup around the edge, and then I cut my piece of pancake and dip it in the syrup. So it gets the syrup, and I eat it before it gets mushy. And then as I'm eating it, now you got a little pie wedge. Now you can fill that with syrup and keep cutting and dipping.
When you put your pancake on a plate with your pancake, and maple syrup gets on it. I don't like it. Won't do it. Now, and they do have maple flavored bacon.
Yes.
And that I like.
I don't like it. They have maple flavored sausage. Do not like it. Now, I don't mind it as much on my sausage if it gets on my sausage on my plate, as long as it's not a lot. But if it gets on my bacon, it just totally ruins it for me. I'm like, here, you can have it. I don't want it.
So he's always trying to get maple syrup on your plate onto the bacon.
So he can get your bacon.
No, because I don't put my bacon on my plate.
I'll just dip it in your drink and wash it off and have my bacon.
And I spice my bacon, so he's
you spice it?
Yeah.
Like
with some Asian seasoning on it and some
yum
sriracha on it.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
We love Cajun seasoning.
Yeah. And I just a little bit of that, but I put more of the hot
sriracha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hadn't thought about
just on
that.
one side. I just do it on one side.
Right. Yeah. Don't want to kill anything.
Well, the honey sriracha is not that hot.
Yeah, it's true. Too much of a good thing is overdone.
Yeah, I just sprinkle a little bit.
I might have to try that.
Yeah.
I don't make bacon very often.
We do an air fryer a lot, and I do it a lot when making.
Do you do bacon in the air fryer?
Salad, I had to do bacon bits. I had to make bacon bits put in there.
I do bacon in the oven because I don't like it
under the broiler. Yeah, that's what Mark does. Mark makes.
I don't like it splashing all over the stove and all over everywhere and having to clean up all the grease.
Mm-hmm.
And
cut it in chunks and stir it.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. But if you're only doing bacon, you cut it in chunks, you still have all the grease splattering and coming up because you still have a half a pound of bacon in there.
Yeah, you stir it. It doesn't come up that much.
Yeah. It's
grease.
so easy to do in the oven, though. I line the cookies with tin foil. And I've gotten to where I don't turn the oven on ahead of time, put it in 400 degrees, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then I just let it sit and it all gets solid again. And I pull up the tin foil and throw it all away.
Oh, see, we save the bacon grease.
I was just going to say, we save bacon grease too, because we use it. Like if we make a steak, Mark cooks it in bacon grease.
I use it. I don't use it a lot anymore. I use it mainly when I'm doing deer meat.
Yes, that would be good.
I don't use it a lot anymore. I try not to. We used to keep a jar of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
use it. Well, and I do when I'm making. When I'm making like the macaroni salad.
Oh,
yeah. You put bacon in there.
Yeah, my potato salad has it.
Of grease in there.
Yep.
Adds flavor.
Yeah, my potato salad, you have to have the bacon, and you cook the onions in bacon grease.
So, yum.
Oh, it's really good.
That sounds good. That would bring the flavor right in there.
Yep. And it's better 2 days later. It's one of those things that as it sits in the refrigerator, it just gets better and better. Yep.
Confuse
So
everything else.
basically, everybody, this is how we craft. How you would be watching us crafting with.
This is how we sit and talk about food or whatever.
Yep,
And
I
then
just
we'll go,
thought
I
of
don't know
that
what
as
to
we
do
were.
on this. What do you think I should do? And then we'll throw around ideas, and then
Yep. I just, for some reason, I was like, hey, they're getting a preview right now.
I agree, Margie. I miss a lot of stuff that I used to make, but it's not worth all the work now because I'm too busy. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that'll change again or not, but I used to love to cook, and I still love to cook. I just don't like to cook when I have to or I'm under time constraints.
Yeah.
I like to cook when I have plenty of time.
And you know what you want to make.
I know what I want
Right.
to make, and I'm not in any rush.
Yep.
You know, and because there's 10 other things waiting to be done.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than if I'm cooking, you know, in a hurry and I have to and I don't know what to make, and I don't enjoy that. That's not fun.
Mhm.
How did these not get any ink? I stacked them right up with no ink.
We just started. It's an air fryer. Oh my freaking god!
I have not done bacon.
It come out so good. It popped up so well. Oh,
For non-contaminated. Oh, I love Bob's Red Mill.
yeah.
I eat Bob's Red Mill muesli. Love muesli. It's kind of a Norwegian kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way they prepare it is even better because they had it on the Viking cruise every morning for breakfast. Oh my gosh, I had it every morning. It was so good. And it's way better than what I have because it's just not, you can't prepare it the same. I don't know, but it's very good. But I like oatmeal too, and I like cream of wheat.
Jen wants to make lasagna for everybody.
Oh, I like making lasagna too. What's your lasagna recipe? Do you use ricotta or?
I use five cheeses, at least 5 cheeses in my lasagna.
Yeah.
I do use ricotta.
I use ricotta. I don't use cottage.
I use both.
I use both.
I use pepperoni in mine.
Yes.
Oh, yum.
Yep.
And I make my sauce.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I love making the sauce from tomatoes from the garden whenever possible.
How are your tomatoes, Marianne?
Yummy.
They are good?
Yummy. Oh,
have you gotten a lot?
We have gotten, you know what? It's Saturday. We need to go out and pick again. It's about the only time we have time. Yeah, we've gotten a bunch. I only got 2 heirlooms so far, but there was a bunch more out there. They just weren't ripe. And I ate them on tomato and cheese sandwiches.
Yes, the bass player brought us a whole bunch of tomatoes, both green and heirloom
fresh
ones.
Tomatoes
they
from
were
the
so
garden
good.
are so much better than the store. It always kills me with the year we don't have a garden just because of time or something.
And they taste so much different.
That's what I mean. They just taste so different.
Yep.
They actually taste sweet. The stuff from the store, well, it's because they have to pick it before it's ripe. So it'll make it, the length of time to get to people. And it never is going to completely ripen. It'll turn red, but it's not ripe just because it's red.
Right.
The flavor can never arrive.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. One of my uncles was a tomato farmer and growing up. And so we would get bushels of tomatoes from him. And I would just sit and eat them like apples.
Yes, Jen. I like those too. I like putting the ground beef and ground pork and sometimes Italian sausage. And actually, you can get.
I use deer.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yes, I like it with deer meat too. But I know
but she doesn't have the fresh venison like Candy does.
Yeah. An ex of mine's mother used to go to the store and have them ground up pepperoni to put into her thing rather than using pepperoni slices. Just get a chunk of the pepperoni and grind it up.
Candy grinds
Put it
it.
in the sauce. It's put in the sauce. Makes
Oh,
sauce.
Yeah.
nice. That would
Yep.
really add to the flavor.
Yep.
That's yummy.
I put spinach in mine. I love spinach in mine. A lot of people don't, but
I've had it with spinach. It's fine.
Can you
Yeah.
see and taste great big pieces of spinach, or is it chopped up and
it's
kind of
chopped up
mixed
because
in
I
with the
like it. I
sauce?
like getting fresh, and then you chop it up, and it's almost like
yeah.
having like basil
fresh
in it.
spinach.
And it's almost, and sometimes, if you put it in with the basil, you don't know
Right.
that it's spinach or basil.
You know,
I
if you
don't
take-
like frozen.
If you take fresh spinach and you chiffonade it,
Yes.
it tastes different.
Yes.
Because some people don't like spinach, but if you chiffonade and make a salad, it
Yes.
literally tastes different.
It does. And that's how I usually do it.
I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but
I usually do. That's how I.
there's a restaurant
cut
in
up spinach.
Phoenix that we used to go to called Fire. what
No
was it?
spinach. I'm not
Something
Popeye.
like- yeah, and they had this spinach bacon salad, and all it was a whole bowl of spinach that was chiffonade like that. It tastes different, and then it had little bits of bacon throughout the whole thing, and
Fudge.
multiple other things in with it. But it was so good. I'd go there just to get that salad.
I put it upside down.
Aw, well, can you take it off?
No, because I sewed it on.
What?
I guess I could unsew it and put it back. Turn
Did
it
you make
around.
big stitches or little stitches?
Big stitches? I just was being lazy, I guess is what it is.
Well, big stitches are good because they're easier to undo.
Yes, I just undid it.
Nah, Popeye. Squash. Love squash.
Oh yeah, I really like putting a lot of vegetables in my
I like vegetables in all my
my-
food. I like
yeah.
vegetables.
I'm not a big veggie person.
No, so we have to hide them in the sauce, and so they don't
Yeah.
really
I will
taste
eat
them.
it. I mean, I will eat them when the sauces and stuff
Sure.
like that, but I'm not a big vegetable.
But I mean, then it's not to fool you. It's because then you're getting your nutrition, but you
Nutrition,
don't
yeah.
have to taste them if you don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat them sometimes. I mean, they're just
I like to take the little zucchini squash, just slice them in half and lay them flat, open side down on the griddle.
Mm-hmm.
And we put, that's where we put Cajun and a little cayenne sprinkled on them and a little salt. And they turn out so good.
I do that, but I really I put Italian seasoning on it, or I just sprinkle it with canned cheese, sprinkled cheese, as I call it.
The green cheese
Yeah,
out of the green pan.
Yeah, out of the green can. If I don't have any of the other.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then when we take them out, we put a little bit of oil on them first and then put that seasoning on. And then when we take them off the griddle and turn them over and they're nice and hot, then I'll sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top of them.
Yeah, but I like how the cheese caramelizes and gets crunchy on when you put things in them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a cooked cheese fan.
Oh, me too. Just drop a pile of shredded cheddar in the pan.
Yep.
Little cheddar crisps.
Yep.
So yummy.
That.
Yep. Okay, pizza's sounding really good. Cheese.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Lots of cheese. Italian anything is sounding really good. Spaghetti and meatballs with lots of cheese.
We just had burgers last night with garlic butter buns.
Oh, yum.
Oh, yum. I love making garlic.
Yeah, garlic butter and cheese.
Good. Oh,
Yeah.
we had gyros last night.
Oh, that's another one of my favorites.
They were really good. However, I got this tzatziki sauce from Costco because I love tzatziki sauce. Like I could eat it on anything.
Yeah.
Just dip my vegetables into it, whatever.
Yeah.
My
And
favorite vegetables canned corn.
and Doug's like,
I don't think that qualifies, Margie. That's a vegetable.
what'd you say?
Candy corn, your
candy
favorite
corn.
vegetable.
Is that the corn that has a sweet caramel yumminess all over it? Yeah, at Halloween.
No.
Only. And anyway, Doug goes, this tzatziki
Yeah.
is a little bit tart. and it had little chopped up pieces of pickle in it instead of cucumber.
What?
Like, yeah,
That's wrong. I mean,
they were like pickling cucumbers, but they was definitely pickle, not cucumber.
now if they had real Greek yogurt in it, then Greek yogurt is tart, but I can imagine it with
But
pickles instead of.
we eat plain
Yeah.
Greek yogurt all the time.
Yeah,
And
you do. So
yeah,
it wasn't the yogurt that was
Nope.
tart.
It wasn't. And I thought, oh, maybe he's just, because he doesn't like that as much as I do. But nope, he was right. And I pulled out and washed off, and there was little pieces of pickle. I'm like,
You get fried pickles everywhere, Jen. Fried pickles are everywhere.
Yeah.
Fried pickles are everywhere. They are, yeah, they're good. They are good. Yeah, I remember the first time, that was years ago in Phoenix. First time I heard about fried pickles, somebody said, well, go over here to this restaurant, get fried pickles. They're so good. Then I'm like, what? Fried what?
Depends. It depends. I've had them where they're done in spears,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they're done like in the chip.
Oh,
So it just they're a different flavor when you do it different ways.
yes, it's
Mhm.
true. It's
Yeah,
true.
and
Because you have
depending on
more or
what
less
pickles you
pickle,
use too.
right?
Yeah.
More or less pickle, and in ratio to the crust.
I think they've come a long way in the last few years, Jen. There's been everywhere I've went anymore.
Yeah,
And you can find somebody that has them.
yeah, and the dip has to be really good.
Yeah.
Fried pickles now are like fried mozzarella used to be. They're
Yep.
Yeah. They've come a lot. They used to be you don't get them like in the South and
Right.
certain places, but
Yep.
now everywhere we've been able to
Famous
get 'em.
Dave's has them everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where were we just somewhere the other day?
A lot of the restaurants have them.
Oh, that Lucky's Iron Door Grill where we got the burgers. They have them.
Yeah, a lot of the burger places have them.
Yeah, most all the
good burger places.
bar and grill burgers
American fare.
that do good burger places. Yeah.
Yeah. Those darn American fare
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, but we love it.
I know. I love a good burger.
Oh, me too.
You know.
Me too. That sounds really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am cutting up kitties, and you're talking about burgers. Just look at the kitty's face. What? What?
No, that would be Chinese food that we should be talking about if you're talking about kitties. and
Oh.
doggies.
No, I thought that was Vietnamese. It's Vietnamese.
It doesn't matter any Asian.
No.
Sorry.
No,
Bad
not in my
Marie.
pho. That's why I can only have chicken pho.
That's
Okay.
like when Mark went to China, I told him, do not go down a dark alley if you hear an animal crying. Because I don't want to have to
debrief you.
come get you from the
Fetal position in the alley
police. Yeah.
because of what you witnessed.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, okay, these are the Chinese letters for a cat and this is for a dog. I showed him what they were so he couldn't, see them
Wouldn't order it on a restaurant.
order 'em on a- but
Or-
he had somebody with him all the time and they took him to Americanized Chinese restaurants,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wendy's. They went one time. I'm like, you went to Wendy's?
In China.
Yeah.
Yo, I
Potatoes, but they taste different.
Yeah.
would be I was gonna say I'd be curious to go though because they're gonna taste different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not. They use different oil. Like here,
Yes.
Yeah.
so like when we go to Burger King when we were in Turkey, oh my God, their chicken sandwich was awesome.
Oh yeah.
When they fry it, it's fried in.
Different oil. What oil do they use? Do you remember in
They
Turkey?
don't worry about whether it has trans fat in it or.
It's probably
Exactly.
a mix of
Exactly.
olive oil and something, I bet. Because olive oil is big over there.
No, I don't.
They don't deep fry in olive oil. Might be a mix of peanut oil and
Yeah.
something. I don't know. But, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like them, but we used to go there and get chicken sandwich because of the way they fried them.
I
They
don't
were fried they tasted way different than they do here.
Kangaroo and Burger King burgers.
Yeah,
I don't care for Burger King burgers either.
No. Oh, no.
I don't care
Like
for any of the fast food.
I like Wendy's if I have to have fast food. I like Wendy's for
I like
fast
their
food.
chicken, but
burgers.
I'm not big on their burgers.
Yeah, if
I like
had
their chicken.
fast food, I'd rather
Yeah,
have.
it's pretty good. They have a pretty good chicken sandwich, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said, Candy, that shoot, what's it called? Dang it. The chicken place, all they do is chicken strips. Named after the guy's dog. The crap. Started in the South. Canes. Raising Canes.
Yeah, I
Oh.
like it.
Okay, you said that it's not good there, right?
I don't like. I haven't liked it anywhere I've eaten it. So
Really? More? You've had it like
I
different
don't care for
states?
the sauce. I don't care for the chicken. It's overcooked, and I
Oh,
hate the fries.
wow. Okay.
Mm.
The fries, I hate them things.
The chicken here is not overcooked. The chicken here is really good. But
I've never heard of that place.
Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
It's fast food chicken. That's what it is.
Yeah. It is. All they do is like these chicken
Chicken fingers.
fingers. that are
Oh, it
giant.
sounds like PD something. We've got a place that's like PDK or I can't remember what it is. I
PDQ?
took PDQ or something like that. Yeah.
So you get the
I
chicken
took-
fingers and some fries and Texas.
Yep, and that's
or
all you
something.
Yep, that's all
Yeah.
you get.
But it's good. The first time when they first came into Arizona is when I first became aware of them. And
Yeah, they rave about it here too. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
wow, yeah.
Because it's just plain chicken. There's no spices in it. It's just plain freaking chicken.
Yeah.
Does it have the breading on it?
Yeah, but it's just
Okay.
plain. I know.
Oh, ours seems spiced. I wonder
No, no, it's not.
if that's a optional whatever.
Rave about it down here too.
Jen, I'm not surprised. My hometown didn't have a McDonald's until I was in high school, and it's very common in the Northeast to have towns that do not have fast food restaurants in them. Very common.
Zero fast food in your town. Jen, what's the population of your town? Easy to big town, easy to little town, our town.
Oh, so you live actually in the downtown of your town. That's cool.
Downtown of your town, and there's no fast food. That's interesting. I'd be better off if there was no fast food.
Yeah. And if there's a restaurant, I bet it closes by 8 o'clock at night. That's what ours did. And you're
Wow.
SOL if you need something after 8 o'clock. You got to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. And the
Well,
lights start to blink at 5 o'clock.
that's one way to make me healthy. Not have any fast food. I don't really do a lot of fast food, but I mean, I would consider it fast food because it's for pretty fast. But I do like Chinese, but not every Chinese place is the same.
No,
It's
no,
so
I know.
different. We've got one here that we go to that we like, but I'm not married to it. I'd love to find another one that I like more. I love pho, and we've found one now that I'm married to. So,
Is it the one that you had Mike take me to?
no.
No,
Or
there's another one.
Wait, did you go to 777
I think so, yeah.
or did you go to no, you went to one that was closer. You went to
It
one
was
that
close to
closer
your house.
Jordan,
Yeah.
no, 777 is not. It's farther north.
Oh, okay.
I remember telling him, and now I can't remember where it was that we went. But anyway, yeah, I love Thai food. We've got a little Thai place, right? You know, the mom and pop own, the family all works there, really close. That's super good. Those kind of places, I love them, and they're pretty fast. I consider it kind of fast food, but but they're not all the same. So you have to find the ones that are really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Thai food.
We just had a Venezuelan place open up 2 weeks ago.
Oh, is it the one that they cut the meat off the skewer?
Oh no, that's
Like a Brazia?
That's a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venezuela.
No, I'm talking about like a fast food.
Oh, okay.
Venezuelan. Those we've got several of those, and those are expensive. Those are $50 $50 a meal. Yeah, we've got a couple of those. No, but a little Venezuelan place, and it's called V Burger. We're driving past it. We're gonna go get a burger. We're driving past it. I'm like, what is that? That's new. Look it up. V Burger. V Burger. Sounds a little weird. Sounds a little fishy, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It's Venezuelan food and burgers, and they did burgers, and then they had Venezuelan food and little family owned again thing, and it was pretty good. It wasn't super fast. They were cooking it fresh.
I agree, Jen. Sometimes I do get disappointed when I eat out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is tough. That's why we like to find, I mean, you're going to have to try a few to find something that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to the same ones because we know we can count on them being good.
Yep.
Because it is disappointing. And I think we've tried every pho place from Salt Lake City south. And yeah, finally found one that we found one that we really liked a lot, and they kind of went under during COVID and sold out to a chain. And they're not as good, even close. Then we found this other one. And they are really
I love Thai food. I love their fried rice if you can get a good Thai place.
Oh,
They have a lot of garlic.
Yeah.
We used to go to did anyway. The one here in this town is not good. I didn't like it.
Oh, sorry. The Thai place I love makes Thai curry. They make pumpkin curry.
Yum. I love Thai tea or Thai coffee because they use coconut milk to make it. And it's just so sweet. Okay. I love it.
Tom Kha Ga, the coconut milk soup. I love that.
Yeah.
But they make the best pumpkin curry. I'd never even heard of pumpkin curry. It sounded kind of gross. And I don't know why the first time that we went there and saw it, I'm like, I got to try that, even though it sounded kind of gross. and I tried it. And now every time I go, I swear I'm going to try something different. And I can't. It is so good. I just want to eat it when I get there. So I have the same thing. And the coconut milk soup. Love that. Doug doesn't like coconut, and he loves that soup. A lot of good ginger and lemongrass and good.
I like those spices. Those are my favorite spices. Is the ginger and the
I love ginger.
The warm spices is what they're considered.
Ginger's not my thing either.
Ginger what?
Ginger's not my thing either.
Oh, really? Depends.
I use a lot of ginger.
How it's used.
I cut up pieces of ginger and put it in my salad.
I love fresh ginger as opposed to shaking it out of a jar.
Well, and I use a lot of candied ginger or dried ginger. The last thing I did with ginger, and I did it because Mark wasn't going to be here and I wanted to test something, is I made rice with coconut milk and I put chunks of ginger in it.
Oh, yum.
Yum. So good.
And then mix little tiny chunks of mango in with it when it's done.
Yes. Yep. It was almost like a dessert. I mean, or I would have etten it as a dessert. But
this place makes mango rice for dessert.
Oh, I love mango
Oh,
rice.
my gosh.
Oh.
That is so good. I'm really getting hungry now. Oh, too funny. Man, now I want to go to the Thai place. Way to go.
Sorry.
Yeah, this little Thai place opened up like 2 months before the shutdown for COVID.
Oh,
And we just kept, couldn't go there for a long time. And we just kept going, oh, please don't close. Please don't close.
mm-hmm.
They made it through.
That's great.
Yeah. It was really good. And super close. It's right by that coffee and bargains place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it the place that I got the well, you weren't there, but while I was dog sitting, I got the Panma, I think it is the same place.
Uh-huh.
I got
There's-
sandwich.
I think that's a place next door to it.
Yeah.
There's D Garden, and then there's a You and Me, I think, kitchen. Something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
That's the one you got it from, right?
Yeah, I
You
think so.
Kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, D Garden. That's the one. That's the Thai.
Ah.
And then there's a little Mexican place right next to him too.
Yep.
Oh, Angela's here. Chronic Crafter.
Hey, Angela!
Angela.
Oh my goodness! Haven't seen you in a coon's age. Now I'm suddenly Southern.
Yeah.
How you doing, Angela? We're just hanging and chatting.
Okay, I know I brought more of this paper over for doing exactly what I'm doing. Where is it?
I could have pulled out my alcohol inks and tried out stuff I want to experiment with by now. I really need to replace the battery in my clock on the wall so I can see what time it is.
Huh. 5:17 here, so that means it's 3:17.
Holy cow. Yeah. Doug's.
Which is why I'm hungry, because it's 5.
I know. I'm starving.
Ah.
Starving. Lucy's probably out there going, me too.
Where's my food, Mom?
They're probably like, what the? Rodney goes away and she doesn't feed us. What
Exactly. Is he gone now again?
Yeah, I'll be back Sunday.
Oh, okay. That's tomorrow.
Is he at the hunting camp again?
Yeah.
I mean, so we had some time that we could have. But when did you get take Charlie home?
They came and got him last night. They had to,
So you couldn't have anyway.
yeah, they couldn't get their car.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah. And then when I went to co-sign it, I was looking at it and I'm like, how much you want to charge me for interest? I
Yeah.
was like, I can get a cheaper rate at the credit union.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, we're not doing it. And I said, because then they were like, well, it'd be better if you just do it in your name. And Rodney was like, okay, we can do that. And I was sitting there, I'm like, yeah.
Right, yeah, but not at this interest. We can do that at the credit union for probably
I
half.
have outstanding credit and you're only going to give me 9.99. Oh,
Wow.
kiss my grits.
Right. Yeah, you can probably get half that at the credit union.
I think 7.2 at the credit union.
Is that what the going is?
Yeah.
Well, still, that's a lot of money over the time
Yeah.
of the loan.
We're probably going to go Monday night and get one for them.
Oh, cool.
Their other one quit working.
Aw.
And they need one with three-row seating for 5 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So we'll sign for it and put it in our name, and then you'll have to make payments.
Yeah.
They were over here last night for dinner, and then we were going through all their finances to see what they could afford.
Mm. Well, that's good. So you don't get them in over their head, but help them out.
Oh, they're paying.
He's good about that, though. I mean, you've done that before, and he's good about that.
Yeah. But they're getting a minivan.
Mm. Oh, that's so funny.
Why? Because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
They wanted like a Nissan Pathfinder.
Yeah, no.
I was like, that's way too much money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not as easy to get in and out of the dang thing. I was like, why don't you get a... So they're looking at a Kia minivan.
Those are decent.
Yeah,
they're
those are pretty good.
cars, and they're a decent price. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
they seem to last too.
Yes.
You're doing. It's not American, and we usually buy American, but you know, they can't afford it.
Right. And it's more important that they have a car than you buy American.
Yeah, one that they can make payment that they can afford.
Right.
It's crazy.
Stuff has gotten so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they say that, you know, the salaries have not kept up with the cost of living. You know, it's
Nope.
just
Sarah's making all the food talks making her hungry. She's got to go.
starving, Sarah.
She had fun today. She got to go fix something.
Yeah. Got to go fix some dinner. She's back east, so it's dinner time too.
Yep.
Dinner time here for the dogs. They're like,
Yeah.
get out here and feed us, woman.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, 3 o'clock, come and gone.
4. They eat
4?
easy.
Okay.
4.
My dogs are all asleep around me, so they don't even know what time it is, I bet.
Oh, they know. My dogs know. They get
Our dogs eat on a schedule.
Uh,
Rodney feeds them on a schedule.
Yeah, Rodney's very regimented.
So they know when it's 4 o'clock and they have.
Oh wait, what was I fixing yesterday? I was doing something. I was making something. Oh, I was chopping up, stuff to make the macaroni salad. So I was doing the bacon and cooking it, and I left the cutting board out there because I had to do the green pepper.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So I get done doing the bacon, crisping it up, and I turn around, my cutting board's gone, my knife is gone.
Washed it up on the side of the sink already. You're like, dang it, can you just wait till I'm done cooking?
Oh, I thought the dog stole it.
No,
Husband. Rodney did it.
Which, is an awesome thing when you're done.
Yes.
I'm like, dude.
I'm not, I'm like, dude, can you take this and wash it?
When I want you to watch stuff, you don't.
Exactly. That's funny.
It's like, I turned around and I was like, what the hell? Where'd it go?
I know, I said it right there.
Yeah. He had washed it, dried it, put it away.
Not just washed it and set it up by the sink. Dried it and put it away.
It was washed and dried and put away.
Wow.
Knife, everything.
God, that's funny. You're like,
Jen, our dogs actually
a cutting
eat
board, please.
after we eat, no matter what time, because that shows that we're the head of the pack.
Right.
So that's I learned that really quickly when I started fostering, is that it shows the foster dogs, who's
Mhm.
boss. And so
Lots
yes,
of
our
fun.
dogs eat whatever time we eat, they eat after us.
Even if I put Lucy's down first because hers is ready before ours,
Mhm.
she won't eat yet until we have ours and come sit down and then eat together. She won't. She'll come out and stand and wait till ours is ready. We got our plates, and then she'll walk out with us and, okay, now I can eat. Kind of funny. Sometimes she's way too people-oriented because
Yes, she is a very
like
people-oriented
having
dog.
to treat her like a child with attention.
That's the breed.
Yes, they are very, very loyal and very people-oriented. Yeah, for about 6 or 8 weeks, we had people in and out of here, lots of people, and she was so happy. And there's always somebody here. And then everybody left. And she was so depressed the next couple of days. Everybody left, and Mom went back to work in the studio. Oh, I felt so bad.
Apparently, the dog that I watch, Noodles, has not been herself since she's been back home. And you see, we had to
She
she
does.
wouldn't get in the car. She's
Oh,
depressed
really?
because she had to go
Oh,
back to her
well, because
house.
there's lots of toys, or not toys, dogs to play with at your house.
Exactly, and she needs something to keep her mind going,
Socialization.
So, 3 boys, they all went back to school at the same
Oh,
time right when she
yeah,
got home, so she didn't have them anymore. During the
yeah,
summer, she was having them all the time, and it was like
yeah,
a very strong cutoff. She left my
yeah.
house, and the boys started school, and all
So
of a
not
sudden,
only
nobody's there.
dogs
Yeah,
to play with, but no boys to play with.
right. So,
Yep. And at the same time that everybody left was the same time Doug started working 12-hour days.
right.
So,
She doesn't get to go to the park as much?
yep. He got home. He may take her tonight. I don't know. But yesterday he got home. They left early and got home early. He was home like a little after 4.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbed her and ran to the park.
Because she loves the park.
She does. Even if it's only 10 minutes, just anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she needs it too. Because boxers have so much energy. She just needs a place to get it out. Although that squirrel living in the back tree is
keeping her up.
Yeah, just running in and out and back and forth after the squirrel. But it's literal squirrel. And last night there was a little one running across the top of the block fence, the block wall.
Oh, really?
And so just that blind is only open a little bit to let light in for the plants that are right there. And right in that little bit, she's sitting in Doug's lap and she looks out and she sees that squirrel going across the top of the fence and she is gone. Squirrel! The one in the tree, though, is huge. Did you ever see it?
No, but I did. I guess I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I always thought she was barking at the little dogs behind the fence.
Now there's a squirrel that lives in the maple tree that's right there in the backyard, right off the porch. And the squirrel is about this big. And then his tail is that big.
Yeah.
That long. He's huge. And then if he's there, there's no missing him. And he was easy to see. I don't know if it's a he or she, but all squirrels are he's right now. He was easy to see before all the leaves came back on the tree. Now, not so. Oh, that reminds me some more techniques I wanted to try with those big maple leaves on the gel plate. And with alcohol inks too. Well, I'm getting some fussy cutting done.
Well, that's good.
Since Glynis isn't coming, I can't give her a stack and ask her to fussy cut it for me. I never did anyway, but the one time I have a bunch of stuff that I could ask her to do, she's not coming. I tend to fussy cut things as I need them.
Me too. Yeah.
And that's more just for lack of time to sit down and do a bunch at the same time. So
unless I need to get space and I need to go through a bunch of books, and then I'll tear the pieces out and then I'll fussy cut them as, I'll put them in a file and then I'll pull them out as I need them to cut them out. So they get torn out first and then.
That's what I do. In fact, last night I went through a huge stack of pages that I had pulled out of magazines, going through the magazines and pulled these things out, trying to make more space and get rid of this whole stack of magazines. And so I just had now this stack of papers, which was about half the size of the magazines. So it was good. So I went through them last night and looked at them from a different eye. Like, okay, am I really going to use this? Mm-hmm. Or is there somebody that I know would really, really like this that I can send it to?
Yeah.
And if not, gone. Just too many things.
I have a stack like that too. And actually, I'm supposed to watch a movie tonight now that Mark had sent me a text saying movie ? So I'll probably grab those while we're watching a
Yep.
movie and
Sit and cut them. Yep.
cut them up.
Yeah, I cut that stack down to hardly anything. Put a couple small stacks to the side for people because I knew it was their thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a couple weird pictures in there that I kept for you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, this
I
is
like
weird.
weird.
Deanne will like it. I know. It's exactly what I thought.
Yes.
Oh, this is weird. Deanne will like it. I'll put it out in the pile for her.
Yes, if anybody finds anything weird, send it to Dawn Marie.
Uh,
I actually have a folder that says weird.
yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm looking for something and I just can't figure it out, I'll go to my weird folder, pull something from there, and I usually get an idea from it. So,
Oh, that's funny.
yep, I
Well,
do.
we got
I
a
have
couple
a
weird
folder.
things for you to add.
Excellent. Actually, the ATCs I made came out of my weird pile.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they Halloween?
Nope.
Just weird.
Just weird.
Cool. We'll always know if it's cats, Margie, if it's certain things, Candy, if it's maroon, Sandy. You know,
If it's weird, it's Dawn Marie.
Brenna's things, and if it's weird, Dawn Marie. I found a calendar of lighthouses that I'd been saving. They were really pretty pictures, but I'm just never going to do anything with them. So I sent it to Kathy Lake.
Oh, nice.
She loves lighthouses and collects them, and she'll make a journal out of it for sure.
I collect lighthouses that are from Maine because I do have an ongoing Maine journal.
Oh, yeah?
That I keep going. Anytime I find something from Maine, I'll stick it in a pocket in there. And then once I get everything, I'll, once I get a group, I add another page or something like that. So,
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law likes lighthouses too.
Always looking for lobsters
to
add to it.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Lobsters and pine trees and potatoes and
there's lots of pine trees around here, but I don't know if they're the same kind of pines.
It's different kind of pine.
What kind of pines do they have there?
I don't know, just different. Because down here we have long pine needles, like that you would make a basket out of.
Right.
And up there they're shorter. So I know that there's different.
Yeah, there's lots of different kinds of pine trees. Our mountains are full of them. My front yard has 3 pine trees that are over 100 years old.
Yep. We have a lot of pine trees in our yard too. They're super long.
And we've already taken 2 or 3, I don't remember now. We've taken 2 or 3 out of the front yard because too close to the house. And one was...
Eastern white pine. Thank you, Jen.
Eastern white pine. There you go.
Because they're the same. New Hampshire and Maine have the same. Yep. I mean, they blow over the border.
Right. That's funny.
Oh, so get this. We were playing a game last night when we went over to our friends. It was just a really quick game. And my friend said, "Okay, Mark, what states border New Hampshire?" And he goes, "Massachusetts and Vermont." And I look at him and I'm like, "Seriously, you couldn't say Maine?"
Was it Maine too?
Yes, it's Maine also, but he should have done that one first because that's where I'm originally, that's where I was brought up. And I was like,
the question just name 2 states that border?
Yeah, it was just name 2.
Funny. That's funny.
Maine technically should have been his first one off the top of his.
Well, one would think.
Yes, one would think, but then men don't think the same as women.
Right.
So
that's right. So no. All right. So any minute now, my phone will ring.
Okay, Jen, that is really nerdy that you know how many needles are in each bundle of the different pine trees. You get nerd alert today for sure.
Oh, what? That's too funny. I'm not looking at chat. How many pine needles are in the bundle?
Red pines have 3 and white pines have 5.
Okay.
And I remember learning that in 6th grade when we had earth science, but I wouldn't have remembered that now.
Do you guys have Virginia creeper up there? The
Oh
plant?
my God, it's the worst. Yes.
Yes. We have it all over the yard. I mean, along the fence line, constantly ripping
that
it.
And I can't
it's
remember.
Like mint. Don't ever plant
Yes.
it in the ground. You'll never ever be able to contain it.
There's another weed that's like that, and those were brought over. Now, this is being a nerd. Those were brought over for the Chicago World's Fair from Asian countries, and people were taking sprigs off the like the big arch they had of them and bringing them to wherever they lived, and they started growing them.
And not realizing that it's
didn't realize it was an invasive plant.
Right. It's not a weed, but it grows like a weed. And Ponderosa pines, love those, Jen. Yeah, it's a we first moved here and it was all over and I'm like, what is this?
Kudzu is the other one.
Oh.
Kudzu is the one that grows around here that just overruns everything.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten some grapes off of our neighbors' grapevines that come into our yard.
Excellent.
And our apple tree branches go into their yard, and on the other side, the apricot branches go into their yard.
I was just going to say that I know the apricot goes because we were both trying to pick apricots on the opposite side of each other.
So they get apricots and they get apples, and we get grapes from theirs. And
those apricots were amazing. I had never had a fresh apricot like that, and it was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
The pest control guy came, and when he was done, he came back to the front yard, and he's like, "Are you going to do anything with all those apricots?" And this was right after we got back. And I said, "Why? Do you want some?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's kind of smiling sheepishly. He said, "Well, I'm kind of new here, and I had never even had a fresh apricot off the tree.
Yeah.
I didn't know they grew on trees, until I moved here. And I just had one, recently, and they were so good. I would love some." And I said, "Well, come back.
You can get them."
I said, "Come back at the end of, if you're working this neighborhood, come back when you're done spraying, and I got grocery bags. You can go pick some. Take them home."
Yeah, I tried to pick off your tree, but I would watch for it to fall, and then I'd run and grab it.
Yeah, because you have to grab them fast, or they go.
The bugs get them.
Yeah, the bugs and the bees and the worms, and as soon as they fall.
Yep.
What do you do with frozen apricots? Anybody have any good ideas for frozen apricots? Oh my gosh, blackberries.
Oh,
Marianne berries.
We have
Oregon's
tons of blackberries.
Marianne berries. Oh, Oregon's Marianne berries are amazing. Tillamook Marianne berry ice cream. No, I love Marianne berries. I love blackberries and blueberries. Our raspberries did good this year.
Yes.
They were good, weren't they?
I hadn't eaten as many raspberries as I had. They didn't always make it into the house.
I didn't think they would. They don't always when I'm picking them either. Raspberries and peaches are my favorite fruits. So yeah, I'll just eat them right off.
So apricots. I actually have made an apricot. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's like a pie, but it's not. You put it on a pie crust, and then you put the apricots on, and you like douse them in butter, and I can't think of it's like a tart, but you roll the edges of the pie crust over, and then you bake it like a pie. I don't know what they're called. It may be a tart, but it's like a messy thing, and I love them that way with some cinnamon sugar on it. And sometimes if you have fresh mint, you put that underneath it so that it makes it
Tried to kill the
makes
mint,
it really good.
I am
Yeah.
not a huge fan of apricots. I'm really not. I love peaches. Love peaches. But I'll go buy peaches we buy them by the case.
Yeah.
Stick them in the fridge.
Since I came back from Turkey,
Oh,
they were like the size of watermelon. I mean,
wow.
my size of grapefruits over there. They were so
Wow.
good.
Oh, that's amazing. Love peaches.
Jen says they'll come and take all your apricots. There shouldn't be any more left on the tree, are there?
There's no more on the tree to pick, just the ones I have in the freezer. That's
Oh,
why I'm asking, what would you do with, I mean, I know you can make apricot jam. Could even make apricot syrup or something, but
yeah.
I don't know. If you want to take the
just-
frozen ones and make something, you guys are welcome to take them. Honestly. I mean, I would be making myself make something with them,
Right.
because they're there,
Mhm.
and not because I really want to and I really like them.
Mhm.
So I'd rather spend that time making something that I really like or really want to. I don't care for apricot jam.
No.
Spent the morning cutting out lights and embossing them. I can't find them.
Oh, Margie doesn't like. Oh, real? Oh, shoot. Buried on your desk somewhere. Margie doesn't like apricots either. I'm with you, Margie. It does make a good glaze for poultry. That is true.
Yep.
That is true. But
They're good roasted by them, with just some granola crust on them, and then you sprinkle them with honey when they come out. I've had that.
wait. Lay them out on a sheet.
Yep.
Okay.
And you
Sprinkle
roll
with
them in granola a little bit and roast them so that they get a little, their own sugars start to come out.
Right.
And then I put honey on a lot of stuff because I don't necessarily like regular sugar. So I put honey over the top and have them with whipped cream, or put them on top of vanilla ice cream. That's another one that I know for apricots. Apricots are like Southern Mediterranean kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, because there's a lot of apricot desserts, like for Greek stuff and Italians.
Never could figure out how come I like peaches so much, but I really don't care for apricots. But they don't taste anything the same.
Alike. No, they don't.
I like peaches, but I'm not big on apricots.
That's what I'm saying. I love peaches, but I don't really care for apricot. I mean, it's not that I hate them.
They're just.
I'll eat a fresh one now and then, but I'm not going to go buy them. They're in the backyard. I'll eat a fresh one now and then, and now I've got a bunch of them in the freezer, even from last year and this year.
Now, I like plum cots. Have you ever had those? It's a cross between
a plum
and an apricot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not big on plums either.
Oh my God, they were so good. Now I've had some that haven't been as good as that first round I've gotten. The one was more
plum than apricot.
And now it seems to be more apricot than plum or something. And they're not.
So you've got a tree?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I might like that better than just plain apricots or plain plum.
Oh yeah, I did too. I did. That was awesome.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, not big on plums either. That's another thing I don't really.
I like a big black juicy plum.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to get her. You want to get her.
We're not even at retreat yet. Oh. I'm gonna have to find that something. I don't know where I'm gonna find it, but I think it was a reel. I don't even know if it was Facebook or TikTok or whatever, but watched it the other day. Two women and they did something and something happened that they didn't expect. And they just burst out laughing like that. And they couldn't help it. They couldn't stop. And it was so funny. I was laughing so hard. Couldn't stop. I love those kind that was just for real funny, you know, make you laugh and can't stop. We get those at retreat, but you know, I can't wait for retreat.
I was trying to explain retreat to my friend last night. And I said, well, it's like a week-long slumber party, sort of, that where you're
crafting now in the same house.
Yeah, and you're sort of, I don't know, you're just
and you're laughing and crafting and
you're yourself and you can do what you do.
You can totally be yourself. Yeah, you're safe.
Well, ladies, I gotta go. I gotta go feed the dogs.
Okay, yeah, I probably should go
I need
too.
to be ready as soon as Doug's calls, and he's quarter to 4. Yeah,
if I can find these lights that I worked on this morning.
Oh shoot! Yeah. I hope you find them. Oh man! All right. Ew, prune plums. Ew, no.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll talk to you guys later. Love you, ladies.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye, Candy.
Bye.
That's what my mom says I should make apricot leather. She used to make leather when we were kids. And, you know, I wouldn't be crazy about the flavor of apricot leather. So I don't really
have to put so much sugar. Well,
yes.
The recipe I know, you put a heck of a lot of sugar in it. And that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Jen's got to go finish her ATCs.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to start mine over. I need to do those too, but I was supposed to go finish up the subscription boxes today.
And there's Doug. Okay, well, we gotta go.
Love you guys.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. Answer.